What is going on, my friends? Welcome to the Belgrade Fight Companion. I'm excited to have you guys. I gotta redo this because I genuinely I did the whole ass intro like I'm fucking Dashy Games in his prime. And not that the prime's over, by the way, but then the stream just randomly cut out. But I think we're actually good to go now. I'm excited to talk to you guys about this card because the prelims have been really fucking fun. I think the momentum's gonna carry into the main card. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. At least we have each other type shit. You know what I'm saying? At least we're not watching this technically alone, because otherwise, fuck, dude. Last weekend sucked ass. The main card, Abu Dhabi, you know, there were some high highs and low lows overall, prelims main card, but I think a lot of people were anticipating that this card was just going to be better. And I think so far that's been the case. Like, the prelims have been sick as fuck. A lot of bangers, that Volodine fight, the feature prelim with Klein and Musayev, and then a lot of finishes as well. So, all over the place on a very fun spectrum, you know what I'm saying? So, card's been pretty sick, you know? It was one of the sleeper cards. It feels like a 2024, 2021, like, shitty Apex card, but then it ends up being amazing. And then everybody in the comment sections the next day is like, told you so, man. Like, this is why you gotta watch every card. Like, that's what Belgrade is, you know? So, yeah, give me a second, boys. I'm not sure who's in here yet. Give me a second to set up the stream, the audio, all the yada yada. I think I'm doing decent on picks. Nothing too crazy, but yeah. Appreciate y'all for being here, man. How are you guys doing today? How are you guys enjoying the card? How are you guys doing predictions? Let me know. Let me know. I'm just gonna take a couple minutes here. No more than one or two. I apologize. All right. We got Shiloh Primetime in the chat. We got Brody. We got Maddox. We got Torin, I believe. What's going on, guys? What's going on? We're getting there. Hold on now. Hold on now. We're getting there. We're getting there. I got a bad habit of saying that on stream. It's just oddly addicting. Maybe it's autism. All right, here we go. Audio okay? Audio's okay. We're sounding good. Looking clear. It's kind of blue. Oh, never mind. It's just my computer. You guys see it. All right. Brody's here. Shiloh's here. Torin's here. Brody's here. Max is here. What's going on, boys? Appreciate y'all. We're tapped in. It's been a fun card. Brody's 7-1. Torin saying, what up, homie? Maddox saying we are first. This shit means something to me, man. Yeah, what's up, Maddox? Torin says, Yair Rodriguez and John Silva just made the headline. The headliner is No Chance September. Bro, that's an amazing fight. I just saw that shit right before I went live, and I'm so glad I did. Hey, shout out Maddox, by the way, for that shit. But it's like, some of these fights I saw on my feed, bro, are crazy good. We knew about Van and Pantoja, too, so not a shocker there, but an amazing fight. But, bro, I don't even know about co-main or feature fight or whatever, but Charles versus Arman, no BMF belt on the line, but just sick as fuck fight, 5-rounder. I love it. 5-rounder, rematch that makes sense. That was the fight I was preaching for. And then Rodriguez and Silva's badass. I've seen people be like, oh, Rodriguez doesn't deserve the fight. Well, technically, Rodriguez's bitch ass is ranked above Silva, but Silva, I think, really deserves this fight. I think that's a good way to put it. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm pretty damn happy about the fight announcements. You know, I think momentum is carrying for 331. Noche. Because Noche, bro, with that main event and that undercard, that's a very sick card. That's a very sick card, so I'm happy with it. Shiloh says Michael Oliveira's on steroids. Bro, that power was crazy. He popped him with the jab. It's going to be bad. You know what I'm saying? That was tough. We were all saying that, like, Oban Elliott was going to be pretty live. The opposite of live is dead, bro, and that's what we saw inside the cage, man. He got fucked up, you know? It seemed effortless for Michael Oliveira. So, hey, they got John Anik on commentary tonight, by the way, for a fight night, so shout out John Anik, man. But he said that Michael Oliveira could be the new Brazilian superstar, and should. Get this guy some English and on some bigger cards, bro, and who the fuck knows, because the power is crazy. You can kind of question if you want to legitimize or not how good of a win Oban Elliott is, but for your debut, you got to admit that's pretty fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Brody says, first pick I got wrong was Klein. I also got Klein wrong. I felt stupid for it. Because I should have known after that Bahamunda shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's set the goal for the stream. But yeah, bro, I've been pretty happy with the prelims. I can go over picks in a second. But Brody says he's 7-1. I think Klein probably fucked a lot of people. Now, if anybody put him in a parlay, it's like, come on now, son. Sorry if you did. I apologize. But Torrance says Aaron Pico said on Instagram he has a fight in the works. Let's go, Pico. Let's go, Pico. Maddox says Murphy has a fight signed. Imagine they do a bitch-ass rematch. No, I think they should do Murphy. I guess it can't be Silva. Maybe Sterling. That could be a great fight. Top 5 versus top 5. Sterling gets a title shot if he wins. That could be a nightmare for some, but it is what it is. And then Pico you could do everything with. You know, you can give him anybody at that point. I feel like it'd be a good fight. It'd be hard to fumble what you could do next for Pico. I think Sabatini could be cool for MSG, you know? Sabatini's kind of backyard, and Pico, is it technically a step up? It's like a step up for the meta rankings, but a step down for the media rankings, but I don't even know what the real rankings are, so it's like, so confusing, bro. Maddox and Bobbert, preach, brother. Yeah, I wonder who they're fighting, bro. I wonder who Murphy and Pico are fighting. Brody says, I got called retarded for picking Yair. Please tell me who John has finished. That is high level. I'll wait. Not too many. I mean, he beat Bryce, and he beat, who was the last win? Why do I feel stupid as fuck? It was recent. Arnold Allen. Those are pretty damn good wins. You know, even if he couldn't finish Arnold Allen, like, not a lot of people can. Does that make Holloway a bad fighter? You know what I'm saying? A lot of Holloway's best wins are via decision, especially, and all that shit, you know, so. It is what it is, man. I think Yair is a good pick. I think a lot of people are going to be sleeping on him, but, bro, I think he's not ready for the pace Gene's about to sit. Actually, I mean, maybe he is. I saw that Holloway fight with Yair and a lot of other dog fights. Like, Yair can hang. That zombie fight was crazy. Yair can hang in a dog fight, and we kind of sleep on him every time because of the inactivity. So I think Yair is live to get some kind of crazy KO if Jean plays it stupid in there, gets reckless as fuck. But I think he'll learn from the Lopez fight, you know. I think he'll be that nice balance of aggression but composure, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going with John, you know. But, God, it's such a sick fight. I would have preferred Yair versus Diego, but it's such a sick fight. Torrance says, Yair actually made Holloway grapple. Exactly, bro. And how often do you see that shit, you know? Like, not a lot of people can just stand with Yair. I would say, though, Jean, you know, being able to out-grapple Bryce Mitchell like that. To be fair, I mean, the Yair's not bad off his back, and Yair submitted Josh Emmett, and Yair can be crafty on the ground, but I think Jean is more well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? Who is this dude? Milos Janicic? Can y'all inform me, chat? I'm sure y'all know what this is. This is the one of a few fights on this card that I'm not familiar with. I had 3 big emotions for this card. Some of these fights I was just like, what the fuck is this? I'm skipping it, which is basically like, I feel like the first 3 fights. And then Brody says, Gay Moose, I appreciate you. Torrance says, Milo's the beast, I trust you. And then there's the fights where, like, I actually really fuck with the matchmaking, like the Blachowicz and Sterlings and shit. And then there's the fights I really just don't know anybody. I'm like, I look at these kinds of fights, and I know it's probably going to be a banger. And people know ball besides me. But I'm just like, all right, I'm down for it. We'll see what happens. So, a lot of emotions on this card, bro. Brody says picking Yair isn't retarded, though. Motherfucker, that's what I just said. I said picking Yair isn't retarded. I think it's a good pick. Like, I'm going with John, but yeah, bro, I agree with you. I think Yair would be a wise pick, you know? I'm sure he'll be an underdog, so, you know, I'm not telling you to be a betting man, but yeah. Useless saying sub Jacob. Fuck off, bro. Isn't that gay dude from Euphoria and shit, bro? Fuck off, Useless. But I hope you're having a good day, man, and I hope you enjoy the card, bro. Torrance says that Milos is dangerous on the feet. Very powerful, boy. He's taking on a guy called Guggen. That shit crazy. Maddox says, is your name Jacob? It is not Jay. Maybe it is, actually, Maddox. A little element of mystery there. No, it's not Jacob. Useless says, awesome card. Better than last week. Yeah, bro, exactly. But again, we all had that premonition. Is that the right word? But we all had that feeling that it was going to be just a better card. Abu Dhabi was stuck in the mud, if you will. And this is fucking... What is that on his face? What is that on his face? He's got that ear guard. Useless says, I wish Klein won. Yeah, I know, right? That would have been sick. Hello, welcome to the chat, brother. I appreciate you for tapping in. Saying, I'm on Navajo, but Jan decision plus 500 worth a sprinkle. It's worth more than a sprinkle, my boy. Not on some gay shit, but some betting shit. I think Jan by KO could be live as well. I didn't make any bets for it like I said I would, but yeah, I think any money on Jan could be wise money. Now, granted, I can see Sterling. I'm picking Sterling to beat him. Maybe finish him, but regardless, you know. Brody's saying, Rebecca! Fuck yeah, bro. I love it, bro. I love it, bro. Used to saying awesome card. Yeah, it's been sick, bro. The prelims have been awesome. Brody says, can't wait to see you finish Gamrot next weekend and becoming a contender. Bro, I'm going with Gamrot to knock my ass out. No, not knock my ass out, but I'm going with Gamrot to beat my ass via decision, bro. I'm feeling Gamrot, bro. I think that the striking is underrated, especially defensively. I know that Salkill can wrestle really well, and he's so well-rounded, doesn't have a lot of weaknesses, but I think Gamrot could be able to out-grapple him, and I think he'll be able to maybe hold his own in the striking. And in a 3-round fight, I'd pick Salkill, but 5 rounds in the Apex, come on. That's like the Joker in Arkham Asylum. Like, that's where Gamrot thrives. You know what I'm saying? Mag says this card is easily better than Abu Dhabi. I agree, bro. Haros has seen the fight announcements. I have, bro. I'm pretty damn happy about it. So Charles and Armin is sick as fuck. I think that's a rematch I've been asking for. And then Van and Pantoja 2 we've known about, but I'm very happy with that as well. I'm glad we're getting it in September and not later. And then the Silva and Yair fight's badass, bro. If we weren't gonna get Silva versus a different kind of top 5, and we weren't gonna get what the fuck is happening in the fight? What is happening, guys? If we weren't going to get Yair versus Lopez, I think this is the best fight possible. What is happening in this actual fight? Janicic versus Gunnar. What is happening? I look away for 1 second, bro. Yusuf says his leg is out. What the fuck? Via damage in the fight? Or was he dealing with bullshit before that? What the hell is happening, bro? Oh, damn. Now he's got the sub. Damn, bro. I have no idea what just fucking happened. Look at the crowd. Yeah, they're all in their seats, bro. I'm more confused than anything. So his leg gave out and then capitalized. It also doesn't help that I wasn't familiar with either guy, so I don't even know their names. All right, well, shit, bro. That was that. I just put the goddamn little text on screen. That bullshit, bro. Brody says I get to see Van and Oliveira live in California. Brody, you're lucky as hell, bro. That's a badass card. Like, to be at 331 is going to be so sick, bro. The only crime is that it's not the Intuit Dome. Brody says I have Salkill by 3rd round TKO. Dude, looking at the fact that Salkill's the much better striker, to be fair, and the fact that much more powerful, much more live for a finish, riding a lot of momentum. I think just a more dangerous opponent overall than Esteban Ribovics, who Gamrot subbed, so Gamrot may never be finished, but he does get knocked down a lot. Sorry. Crazy botch right there. Like it's Rey Mysterio in his off prime, but yeah. Salkill 3rd round KO or any kind of round KO is live for sure. Yeah, Haro, I'm pretty happy with the fight announcements though, dude. Overall. I've heard like 3 or 4 big ones, and I'm pretty happy with all of them, bro. They seem sick. Only one I knew about before was Van and Pantoja, so. Well, shit, bro. Torin, you said that he was powerful on the feet. I guess we never got to see it, bro. That's tough, man. That's tough. Brody says, Smoke the type of guy to get shown a brown comb and ask what it is, even though they showed him. I mean, to be fair, if somebody just walked up... That's such a random-ass analogy, but to be fair, bro, if somebody walked up to me and showed me a brown comb, I would ask, like, what the fuck? What? I would say probably, what is this, or why are you showing me this? Maddox says, great thing I didn't miss this card. Happy for you and happy for all of us, bro. We knew it was going to be a banger, bro. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this fight. I feel like I have this curse with some of these fight companions. Or maybe it's just a problem with some of these main card openers. Like, why are they the fights that's, like, the most prone to injuries sometimes? If it's not the main card opener, it's always, like, the main event. Like, a lot of injuries, bro. Or bullshit kind of goes down. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess this was never here. We're going to ignore that. That's fine. Haro says, yeah, we're eating. Just need Aspinall and Gane announced too. I think they should do Volk versus Evloev for October. Jan and Marab for October. For Salt Lake City. I think I heard that's what's going down. And then for November, Aspinall and Gane with Pereira and Hokit as a main event. What do y'all think about that? I think that's a solid main and co-main for every, or I guess just main event for the next few big cards. I mean, dude, the fall last year was crazy good besides the October card for 321. That was ass, but otherwise it was really good. Brody says Smoke would sit on the TV and watch the couch. That's crazy work. That's crazy work, bro. Would the TV go on my ass or some shit though, bro? I feel like that shit would hurt, bro. Haro saying yes. Yes, bro. I feel like we could have some good cards ahead of us, man. I'm excited for it. They can't really... It'd be hard for them to fuck it up, you know? There's just so many big fights on the horizon. Haro saying Seppo time. Can somebody tell me about Seppo, bro? I really don't know much about him. Yusa says, did you see Smith's wife backtrack? Nah, what does that mean, bro? Rewinded that shit like it's an episode of iCarly, bro? What you mean? Brody says, breaking news, Evloev released for being gay. I mean, bro. Type of shit TMZ be on, you know what I'm saying, bro? Haro says, Serbian Ryan Gondra. Oh, so he's about to flatline this dude then. So we got a classic case of Marauder on our hands. Okay. I mean, that's a nice way to sum it up, to be honest with you. Torrin Brown, I missed the chat, but he says, I believe Aaron Pico is going to fight Pat Sabatini. That would also be two black boys going at it between Sterling and Murphy, and I got Yair. I don't know how I missed all those chats. I would like to see Pico versus Sabatini, because I think Pico knocks him out, by the way. Give me Pico in that fight. Because Sabatini is not going to out-grapple these dudes like he could to, like, William Gomez, and I couldn't even tell you half of these damn wins. And Sterling and Murphy, bro, hey, man. I think it'd be a good fucking fight. I thought they should have done Sterling versus, actually, I did think it was Sterling and Murphy. Maybe that's what it was. I used to want to think Sterling versus Jean, though, but no, I think Jean versus Yair is just sick. Torrin also going with Yair. There we go. We got a lot of people live for Yair in this fight. Haro says no ground game, though. Well, does his opponent? Who is he? Who's the next fight? It's Seppo versus, Bitches love Sosa. I don't even... Who's dude with the AirPod in? Bro is above the event. He said, I don't got time for all this. Damn, this guy got a bigger nose than me. Boban Marijuana Machegapic. I look, you botched the name. Yusa says Armin's about to beat the crap out of Oliveira. Damn, I hope not, though, but... Yo, low-key, so I immediately was going to go with Armin in a rematch, you know? I just thought, I'm like, damn, he'd probably be more improved than the first time around, but... Bro, really, thinking about it, man... Oliveira's looking really fucking good. You're telling me that the past two wins... where Oliveira pretty much dominated for the most part, he like wouldn't give Armin problems, you know? Gamrot and Holloway, so fuck, dude. I might go with Charles. And Charles is my girlfriend's favorite fighter. So I feel like obligated to just go all in and just be like, all right, fuck it, we're going Charles. We're buying the merch. You know, how do I not have Charles merch? Yeah, what? What was the question? How do you not have Full Violence Charles merch? Dude, I would fuck with some Full Violence Charles merch. It's just a little expensive, bro. I fuck with Full Violence. They make good quality shit. Presumably, at least. I think so. They got a great brand. But, bro, it's like $55 for a t-shirt. I'm like, fuck, dude. I could not afford that. Yusa says Chandler was tagging Oliveira on the feet bad in the rematch. Like the 5th round, though. You know what I'm saying, bro. Rounds 1 through 4, Oliveira was beating him up on the feet, beating him up on the ground. I feel like that was just a round 5 memory for Chandler. Now, not that you're wrong, because Chandler did have moments throughout the whole fight. Chandler was beating the fuck out of him in the 5th. So you're not wrong, Useless. But come on now, son. I don't know. If you had Chandler and Armin fight for 5 rounds that night, I feel like Armin would probably beat the fuck out of Chandler for 4 rounds. And then Chandler would do some crafty bullshit at the end like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yusuf says, imagine Charles subs Armin. That'd be sick as fuck. I would be okay with that, even if I had to... No, I was about to say some bullshit. I was going to say, even if the fight's a stinker and then it ends with that, the last, like, second, I'd be happy. But I would not be happy. That'd be boring as fuck. But low-key, though, bro, Charles subbing Armin is live. Almost had it the first fight, you know? Hirosis, I thought Seppo would look bigger. Maybe he's off the sauce. Oh, yeah, he's taking on Gilbert Urbina. That's right. And I saw Urbina was kind of tripping that shit in the face-off and shit, bro. I don't know what he was saying, but... I know what he was saying. Dude, that mullet's crazy, though. All right, how am I doing on predictions? Let's see. How are you guys doing on predictions? How you guys doing? I know Brody's 7-1. All right, 0-1 because Musayev again, bro. Again, Musayev. Oliveira, so 1-1. My ass almost picked Elliott though, bro. I was really fond of that plus money, but I'm glad I didn't go in on it. 1-1, 2-1, 3-1. What did you guys think of that Bodden grad stoppage? Did you guys think it was valid? You guys thought, what's his name? Bazooka? Did you guys think he tapped? Rombeski. 4-1. I'm 4-1. Okay. I don't think I made a pick for this last fight. So yeah, I'm 4-1. I'm pretty cool with that. 4-1. Jer saying smoke. What's up, Jer? I appreciate you, bro. My #1 smoker. You know what I'm saying? Haro says it was valid. I think it was valid when they showed the replay and shit. You know, they said on commentary that it was the... Brody says, you gay. Hey, bro, come on now, bro. It's funny as hell. But I low-key thought that... Just saying, it's funny as hell. You know, commentary said that when they showed the replay, it looked less valid. But I thought, you know... I thought it looked more valid. I was like, all right, I could see why it would be confusing. Like, I understand why the ref would feel the need to step in. Now, granted, like... From the fighter's point of view, I get it. Why maybe he didn't actually tap, but you know, if you're the referee, man, it did kind of come off that way. So I would think it's a valid stoppage. You know, there's some subs out there that are bullshit as fuck, and I'm just like, I gotta question my existence on this earth after that shit. But no, this wasn't him. Haro says his face looked like he was dying. So yeah, that too. The body language was just really bad, and like he did go like this. That's the problem. Like, it does look like a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I kind of get both sides, but I'm leaning towards, I think it was a valid stoppage, and it kind of looked like he tapped, you know? Brody says, fuck, I'm 7-2. Oh, shit, bro. There's been a lie in the files, bro. Hell no. There's somebody among us, bro. Fuck. Jer saying, smoke. Maddox saying, I'm 9-0. That's badass, dude. 9-0, Maddox? That's crafty. We got 9 viewers in the chat. That's our lucky fucking number today then, brother. There we go. I should put $9 on D-Rod, bro. But I would rather just throw $9 out the window, I feel like. I have a better chance of at least, like, coming back from the wind or something, bro. You know what I'm saying, dude? I've been saying all week, though, I think D-Rod's live, but not as live as I thought. Like, I'm really thinking about this fucking matchup, and I'm really looking at the face-off, and fuck, bro. Like, Medic is... dangerous, bro. I don't think D-Rod is the grappler necessary to be able to be able to get him like the way that a lot of people have been able to beat Medic. Like if you're just striking with him, bro, he's taking the heads off of people like it's a Mortal Kombat game. Haro says RAKIC and Medic 2-leg. See, I couldn't bet on RAKIC though. I'm just not confident in him over TYBURA. Now, granted, he can go out there and KO him stiff, and I wouldn't be surprised. I'll go crazy for it. Hirosa's Medic is way too fast for him. That's a big thing as well. The power and speed difference is crazy. Now, power, not maybe, because I think D-Rod cracks. Knocked down Kevin Holland, knocked out Santiago Ponzinibbio. He's got some crafty KOs in his career. But Medic is just... dude, yeah, it's a tough matchup for D-Rod. Yeah, but RAKIC, bro, I don't know, man. It's just kind of some bullshit. Him on a 4-fight losing streak, moving up a weight class, and we're going to give him as a -350. It seems a little crazy, you know? It seems a little crazy. Like I'm not ever one to say that TYBURA is live and TYBURA is going to be the crafty underdog of the stream of the card, but dude, I'm just saying, man. If RAKIC can't take him out of there and the fight gets to the ground, or God forbid TYBURA chins him because RAKIC's chin really is kind of out the window, then fuck, bro. It's gonna be tough. Brody says, please tell me. Brody says, please tell me how TYBURA beats RAKIC using his cheeseburger powers. Nah, bro. No. Listen, son. TYBURA's gonna win via that bullshit plot armor, bro. As soon as you're counting him out the most, bro, he feeds off of it, bro. Like Kid Buu off that demonic energy. You know what I'm saying, bro? I think TYBURA, bro, I just can't shake the feeling that he's live. There's always one of those every card for me where I'm like, nah, bro, that plus money is too big, you know? And it's frequent. There's always one or two every card. I don't know, dude. TYBURA could just get chinned around and I look retarded, but I don't know what the fuck it is, bro. It's that bad voodoo in the air. I think a TYBURA upset could be incoming. And if it is, RAKIC, bro. PFL is right there, bro. They just merged with MVP. Have you heard, bro? You know, they're paying well, probably. Like, that could be it, bro. RAKIC first Ngannou, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Coming to a 7-Eleven near you. Brody says, nah, line makes sense. RAKIC is a lock. Nah, bro, he's... I know it's going to age poorly if he ends up knocking him out in a round. Listen, I'm picking him second round KO. That's my pick. I'm going RAKIC, but no one in the chat is feeling me, bro. Minus 350 is a little crazy. No, I would have said like minus 200. Minus 180. Haro says crazy TYBURA glades. Bro, I don't even be fucking with him like that either, bro. I wouldn't even say I'm neutral on him. Like, I just am never invested in TYBURA fights, so it's kind of crazy. Here we are. Here we fucking are. Pulling up like the Fantastic Four against that big old fuck. What's his name? Mr. Universe and shit? No, that's the beauty pageant. Well, first of all, that's Mrs. Universe. Who was the one big fuck's name? Galactus. There you go, son. Some Galactus shit, bro. I yapped so deep down the rabbit hole, I forgot my point in general. But yeah, TYBURA, bro. Haro says TYBURA doesn't give a fuck about fighting anymore. Well, listen, bro. I could tell by the build. I'll tell you that fucking much. Built like Ben Askren in his prime, but... I guess me, technically. But... I don't know, bro. It seems like yesterday he was able to just stop Mick Parkin, Johannes Denides. You know, other guys, like... I know Ante Jalil just smoked him, so that one didn't really go his way, but... Rain saying, what's up, Smoke? Damn it, Oban. Other than that, great card. I agree perfectly, bro. Great bangers, great finishes. Paced pretty damn well. We've been seeing some walkouts this card, by the way. Call the cops, you know what I'm saying? So thanks for joining, Rain. Thanks for joining everybody. I appreciate all you guys for being here. Hope y'all are having a great day and good time watching the fights, you know. Oban losing, though, it's like, fuck. 3-fight losing streak. Now he's losing to guys making his debut. Knocked down via the jab. Like, what are we going to do now? Brody says TYBURA has no chance. This ain't some Vince McMahon walkout shit, bro. I'm telling you, TYBURA's got a how do I word this? Like some real value, maybe. Like he's live to win this shit, you know what I'm saying? Rain says, Urbina, walk-in, bulletproof vest. Brody says, if I get yawned by sub, you gotta glaze me, low-key. Okay, fair. But like not to like a weird degree. But I'll be like, yo, Brody, well, no, I could just say Brody's the GOAT no matter what. I don't need you to get yawned. Yo, Brody's the GOAT, Chad. There you go. But you'll be like extra the GOAT if yawned by sub, I guess. Well, you want me to Venmo you or some shit? No, I don't know, bro. Haro saying Delisha made Spivak look like Mayweather. Made him look like going against that cat chick, bro. Dude, Delisha versus Spivak, it was like one of those weird heavyweight, like C+ tier fights. It's like, oh, they're actually kind of scrapping a good bit. Like, this is solid. It makes you like... If you squint your eyes, heavyweight looks like it's back to like Brock Lesnar versus Frank Mir days, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you gotta really squint. You probably gotta be drunk as fuck at the same time. On some bullshit. But yeah, no, dude. The Delisha Spivak fight was not a good look for Delisha. All that Martin TYBURA hype was just gone completely in like a distant dream by the time he was done with Spivak and Acosta. You know what I mean? Haro says, huge spot for Seppo. He can't fumble this. Let's see, bro. I hear really great things from y'all about him. I don't really know fuck all. But let's hope he doesn't fumble, you know? I want to see what he's about. Brody says Benoit is more alive than TYBURA being live. Dude, TYBURA's big ass is living and breathing, brother. I got news for you, man. Rain says better crush. I mean, let's see it, bro. Is this him? The EPO of CPO? Or the CEO of EPO? Back-to-back wins, 13 first-round finishes, and he finished all 14 wins. Okay, so he really is a marauder, y'all. Sipo's not highly skilled, just fun, says Haro. Who did you compare him to earlier? You said he's like a Serbian Ryan Gondra. Here it is. Okay, he kind of looks like it too. You know, he looks like a GTA loading screen character. There goes C-Po. I want to say his name like each letter individually. I forget it's like a real name. I want to be like C-E-P-O, like it's a chant in WWE. But no, it's C-Po. Rain says he's a town hero and a wild bar brawler. Let's see it, bro. Let's see it. Serbian Gondra, huh? Let's see it, brother. Also, I can't believe we're 30 minutes into the stream and I haven't said this yet, but the crowd has been amazing, Chad. The crowd was loud as fuck. I wish I watched that Leta KO because I genuinely feel like I missed out. I think it was like a round 1 finish or something. I didn't see that one or make a pick for it or anything, but yeah, bro. Like, the crowd was going insane. Even for, like, Buchovic or whatever the fuck his name was, like, when he was getting patted down or whatever and the crowd was chanting all that bullshit, like, the crowd gets loud here. It's just a bunch of grown-ass men, presumably drunk as fuck. We love to see this, though. We love to see this, bro. It's just such... There is so much testosterone in the room, I think the roof might actually cave in on these fools. But I fuck with the energy heavy. I fuck with it. Shout out Serbia, man. Like, we were saying in the build-up, too, like, they'd be creeping and crawling in the comment sections and being like, we are about to have an amazing card. We're going to bring football stadium energy. And it's like, I see that. They were not lying. So, shout out Serbia. Great crowd so far, bro. I already know Dana White in the post-fight presser. Yeah, what? Serbia? I already booked the reservation. We're coming back next year. They did that with Baku and shit. And I didn't even think Baku was all that crazy of a card. But this crowd is like... That's on some Paris level shit. And Paris is known for being amazing, so fuck yeah. Courts, welcome to the chat, brother. Saying, we call Seppo style the drunk Balkan uncle here in the Czech Republic. Love him. Well, I'm excited to see him fight for the first time, sir. A lot of people hype him up, and thank you for being here in the chat. But yeah, the drunk Balkan uncle. I'm excited. Serbia, you know, you kind of know you're in for a good time when people are calling him the drunk Balkan, or the Balkan uncle here, and also the Serbian Ryan Gondra. That's, you know... Could be worse. I'm excited. How big are the betting odds? How big of a favorite is this guy? I should have looked. All right, here we go. I'm excited. 13 first-round finishes, says Rain. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, Haro says C3PO. I like that shit. I like that shit. Hey, he's immediately pressure-heavy, bro. Woo! Trying to take the mullet off of bro. Haro says Seppo 3-1. Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. That makes sense based on how y'all are talking about it. Damn! Look at the way he's marching him down. Talk that shit, boy. Step and elbow there from Urbina. Talk that shit, boy. Oh! Urbina just drops him. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, my God. I got neighbors. I gotta chill. Oh, he's beating the fuck out of him. Chad, what happened to the hype? The hype. The hype, it's over. It's literally over. Gilbert fucking Urbina, Chad. Gilbert fucking Urbina. The crowd is silent. All y'all were hyping it up. Crazy. Crazy. Listen to the silence. Listen to this. I'm going to turn my TV full volume. Way to come into enemy territory and just... Silence! What the fuck, bro? Dude, this is the best sport on earth, bro. This is the best sport on earth. Brody says, I mean, beating Gilbrina. Beating Gilbert Urbina is as easy as 1 + 1. I gotta pin that. And then proceeds to get knocked out, and everybody in the chat's just freaking out. What now, Brody? What now, Brody? Beating Gilbert Urbina, whatever the fuck his name is as easy as 1 + 1. I guess not, bro. That was the craziest finish of the night. Ooh, like, I got some good reactions on the prelims and shit. I wasn't doing the companion and shit. Like, literal, you know what I'm saying? Reactions. I can be proclaiming off the couch and shit. But, bro, this was... crazy. That was badass as fuck. Brody says I meant 2 + 2. Nah, bro. At least 8 times 14. You know what I'm saying? That's probably appropriate. Look at this guy with aura. Looking like Leroy Jenkins up in here. Larry and Douglas. This card is awesome. Haro says, to be fair, he looked like milk compared to his other fights. I mean, he looked like one of the best fighters on earth in that first minute. And then the second minute, he got crumbled. Yusa says, do you know how bad you have to be to lose to Urbina? Apparently bad, bro. Maddox says, this card is so good. I agree, bro. Brody says, I'm 7-3. Not bad. 70%, bro. That's good. Haro says, Seppo off the roids. Well, apparently he needs to be on that shit, bro. Damn, man. You guys were hyping him up crazy. And I was like, okay, let's see it. Damn, that's crazy. Brody says, damn, MMA makes 0 sense. Bro, this is why I love this sport so fucking much, though, bro. Like, you genuinely have no idea what's gonna happen. Maddox says 10-0, let's go. Maddox, bro, I need the receipts that you picked, Urbina. That's crazy. But I'm not gonna call you a liar. Good shit, bro. Yusa says, he's a bean. That's insane. That's insane. Useless, bro. Brody says, I was insulting while saying beating Gilbert would mean nothing, and then he can't even beat Urbina. I mean, bro, this is just insane. Big upset, bro, in the year of upsets, but this is not one I was expecting, you know? I couldn't even take a sip of my damn coffee, bro. I said this last stream, bro. Y'all ever put maple syrup in the coffee? It's so fucking good. Damn, man. Crazy shit, Chad. What is Gilbert Urbina's record, bro? Can somebody tell me? What's Gilbert Urbina's record in the UFC? This is fucking awesome, bro. Brady says, hey, Urbina, we have a punishment for you, and his name is Michael Oliveira, bro. We got to give Gilbert something. 8-5, bro. This Seppo dude fumbled the bag. He was 7-5 before that, bro. Oh, my God. Maddox says 7-5. Oh, my God, bro. He fumbled the bag. You fumbled the bag, dude. Rain says, damn, that was a project for real. One of the realest I've seen, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Tough, man. Brutal sport, bro. Rain says, yeah, that was a project for real. I agree, bro. Haro says Dusky and Valentine on the main card is shit. I like the fight, but yeah, it should be like early prelims, even for a fight night. It's kind of outrageous. But Serbia guy, Serbia big pop. But I'm going with Valentine. I'm going with Valentine, bro. You know, I'm a fan of his after his last fight. Rain says, take his body back to the state. Yusa says, Urbina did great. He even told him at the face-offs he would drag him. Urbina was talking all that shit, bro. And he really talked that talk and walked that walk. He really backed it up. That was crazy. Maddox says 8-5. Hey, dude, that is not the prettiest record, man. And the fact that he was able to beat him like that is crazy. Because, again, I didn't know much about him, but it seems like I will continue not to, bro. Damn, that was a crazy diss. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying. I got milkshake on my face. Fuck. Brody says, my bad. Bro, that's some childish shit, bro. I should have a kid cuisine. Cause what do they used to call it with the penguin on it? Kid cuisine? Yo, tell me y'all remember that shit. With the little penguin, the freezer section of Walmart. I know there's got to be some American kids in here that know that shit. That's what I look like with that shit, bro. Michael Oliveira versus Michael Morales is going to be a fun 2-minute fight one day. Bro, I'd love to see it, man. Let's build them both up. Dude, I don't know how to say your name. Oh, never mind. Saint Lawrence Cuson. Bro, I'm so sorry. Saying literally his last fight. Oh, you're saying Urbina slept by Medic? Really? That was his last fight for real? Damn. Let me just straight up look up the record. I gotta find out the answers. I gotta know what's going on here. Dude, I can't believe how quiet the crowd was. It really was. Shout out Saint Laurent. I fucked up the name, but shout out. It really was. I genuinely didn't believe you because I thought that was way longer ago, but it literally was last August. Why did I think it was way longer than that? Wow, that's a crafty resume, bro. You get knocked out by Charles RAKIC, knocked out by UROS Medic, both of those first round, and then you knock out a highly hyped up prospect in the first round. That's crazy. All right, here we go, man. Serbia's got their guy up next, man. But I'm going with Valentin. Let's go, Valentin. Via heavenly plot armor. You know what I'm saying? Maddox says the brownies and the corn and the nuggets. Bro, that shit was the trifecta back in the day, bro. Brody says just read the chat. Which chat? Oh, and St. Laurent said it? Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to... Bro, I wasn't trying to fact check, bro, but I was like, I got to see this with my own two eyes. Because I was saying earlier, bro, I didn't even know what his record was. Damn, so he must have gotten the UFC green, bro. He's only like 8-5, but he's had like 6 UFC fights, so it's like... Yeah, that's crazy. Brody says it's because he cut his hair that he won. Yeah, did he chop off the mullet? Was that the case? I don't think I really saw it in the cage. Maybe I was tripping. Nah, but I feel like it's the mullet that gives you plot armor, though. Look at Diego Lopez, bro. It takes you places. It does things. It's a certain magic in the air having a mullet, I guess, you know? Maddox says that Dusko has an unsettling, big, long head. That's a crazy diss, bro. You talking about him like he's like a tribesman. The tribal chief, Roman Reigns, bro. Oh, hell no. Bro said he's built like Slenderman. Dude, Chad, I couldn't even tell you more than a couple times I've seen Todorovic fight. Am I the only one? Like, why can I not remember fuck all about this guy? Let's do another fact check. I'm gonna do a fact check. Let's do a little research, Chad. Let's pull up the record. Damn, bro, it's cards like these, bro, that have me feeling like a casual, bro. Okay, 13-6 overall. Hella fights in the UFC. Fought twice last year, and he beat Jose Medina, bro. He beat Jose Medina, which is valid as fuck. 3-fight losing streak before that. Inactive in 24 and 23. Pretty much only loses to ranked level, and if you're not that, he's beating you. So that's the question, is Valentin ranked level? Let's hope so, bro. Rain says 1.5, heads in 1, size 14 hat. Wait, hats have different sizes? Wait, why did I not know that? Bro, am I that retarded? Why did I think it was all about the adjustments on the back and shit? I'm the stupidest cat in the... Where do cats hang out? At the cat house or some shit. I don't know where they go. Where do those fuckers go when they always be running away and shit, bro? I don't fucking know, bro. But like... Big ass head, bro. Big ass head, boy. Looking like a thwomp from Super Mario Bros. He said, ugh, those big fuckers. You know what I'm talking about, y'all? Eustace says tiny hat people. Brody says smoke makes Santino look like a genius. You know what was crazy? On my way home from whatever the fuck it was a few days ago, I literally just remembered Santino. What was his name? Santino Mozzarella? Santino Morella or some shit. And the theme song was like, and like, it was the snake in his hand. And he would look at it like this. Bro, tell me I'm not crazy. To anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about, I probably sound schizophrenic. But Brody, bro, you know ball, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I just like randomly remembered Santino existed. I think I found out his daughter wrestled as well, which is kind of badass. Brody says Bullet beat Mullet when it came down to Valentina versus Whaley. Bro, we don't talk about that fight. You know, if you're an MMA fan, that was our 9/11, bro. That shit was bullshit. Yusuf says, I wish Vageyev was on this gosh dang card. Klein looked terrible. Bro, nobody wants Vagayev on this card, bro. I've only seen him fight once, but wasn't he in the Stinka last week, bro? That shit was ass, useless. Says Klein was tagging him, but his foot, man, it's tough, bro. St. Lawrence says, bro, if you got a size 14, give up the hats, bro. You gotta wear like one of those big-ass pirate hats, bro. What do you even call it? The ones that are built like an anchor? Oh, you ready, kids? Like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Big-ass hats. Aye, aye, Captain. Bro. We gotta do on one of these streams, bro, like a tier list for like cartoons for like 2000s kids or some shit. Would that not be radical, dog, for lack of a better word? I feel like that'd be sick. Hero saying delicious. What does that mean? That one song Fergalicious, that's what came to mind. So Degalicious. Dun 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 dun. Don't you like that type of shit? Don't you wish a girl? Oh, that's a different song, I think. Maddox says I'm 65. I don't know why that made me laugh. Yusuf says Sterling W, please. Nah, bro, I'm rooting for a Blachowicz W, low-key. I'm trying to see Blachowicz clutch up and get one for the old gen, you know? Brody says we got to put UFC fighters as SpongeBob characters. Who would be like round SpongeBob? Who's like the most vanilla gorilla we got in the joint? I actually don't know. Yusuf says, dude, I hate Tafik, man. I'm not a fan of his, really. Brody says, you smoked tarded today? Every day, brother. Yusuf says, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I can't believe I actually said that shit. Bro, I remember in 3rd grade, if you could say that shit, you were a god. Like, kids thought you could make pencils levitate with your mind type shit. Like, any kid that was saying that, bro, you might as well run the school, you know? St. Lawrence says, yeah, Crafty Man Jan. Hey, Jan Blachowicz. Hey, Jan Blachowicz. Hey, Jan Blachowicz. Come on, chat, we're live on Blachowicz. Let's go, come on. Plus 900 for that knockout. Plus 500 for that decision. I'm not betting on it, but come on, bro. Brody says you said that wrong, bro, but for the most part, I got it. Come on, son. Brody says Santino Morella and Zack Ryder as Team Cobra. That's insane. Was that real? Is that a real thing? That's insane, bro. They had some dumb-ass teams, bro. Yusuf says Tiny Hat people. I love how Maddox, you said that he has such an unsettling looking head. Like, that's such a specific choice of words. Hero says we need new contenders. They're on the rise, bro. I think a lot of these prospects, bro, by 2028 are going to be blossoming. And the ones that are already kind of taking over, like a Kevin Vachejos and all that bullshit, are going to be fully in the top 5. So I think we're in the dawn of a new era, if you will, you know? Not to sound cheesy as fuck, but that's genuinely what it feels like, you know? Brody says Blachowicz low-key should be champ right now. I thought he beat Pereira and Guskov. Thought Ankalaev could have went either way. And I thought that Olberg could have went either way. I thought, so again, dude, like how close can it get until a Jan Blachowicz fight? You know what I'm saying? That should be the new analogy for things. Like, what do we usually say? Like, close as like a hair, as thin of a hair as he pushed it, or whatever the fuck. We gotta start saying, like, if you got like a car accident, like, oh my god, I barely survived. I pushed it to like a Jan Blachowicz decision level. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. You're barely cutting it. Dude, will we get a Jan KO, Chad? Brody says air boom. Hey, I remember that Kofi Kingston. Oh, boom, boom. I remember that shit. I remember that. Boom, boom. I look retarded. I'm so sorry. Air boom saying, yeah, maybe I did smoke something this morning. Air boom was Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne. Awful name. Yeah, air boom. Not exactly the, like, where do they come up with this shit, bro? Yusuf says wait until Usman, Khabib's cousin, enters UFC. Yo, quote me and hold me to it, Yusuf, but Charles beats him, bro. Armin beats him, bro. Ilya beats him, bro. So let's bring him to the UFC. Let's bring him to the UFC. Brody says insane only Glover has decisively beat Jan recently. Yeah, it is, bro. Yeah, Glover was a demon coming up, bro. Yusuf said, not coming up, but like towards the end of his career, Yusuf says, bro, nah, I don't give a fuck, bro. Usman is great. Usman's well-rounded. Undefeated as fuck. Definitely has the aura, but nah, bro. I think he could be like killing Salkiel or Matus Gamrot, but not these top 5 guys, bro. Different level shit, bro. I'm sorry. St. Lawrence says, I'm going to be dead silent if it gets smoked. I will as well, because the Rose says, are we not celebrating if Young gets flatlined? Damn, why are we celebrating if Young gets flatlined, homie? That'd be sad as fuck. I didn't know we hated Young like that in the show. How do I start the fucking timer? Do I just tap it? Oh, I gotta like press start. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. This is my first time doing that shit. Nah, you know what? I don't like that shit, bro. Some channels be doing that. I was gonna give it a try. It's just not for me. I'm alright, bro. Too damn much. I just want to watch the fucking fights. Brody says, nah, we don't bash Blachowicz in chats. Let's go, brother. Let's go. You know how people say inshallah? Inshallah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Let's go, Blachowicz. Rain says, Jan decision plus 475. Hedge for Sterling. Let's go. Oh my god, what was that? Oh. Sorry, I got a cockroach problem in the apartment. Sometimes they crawl from under the bed. That was just my computer charger. Oh, that was scary as fuck. I don't want them touching me, bro. Maddox says, who has Sterling beat? Not a lot of people in the grand scheme yet, bro, but, you know, still undefeated, still good, you know? And if there's ever a time to beat Jan Blachowicz, now's the time. All right, let's go, boys. Let's go, Valentine. Let's go for that, bro. Looking like the fusion dance of... Ooh! Kicked his ass down, bro. Wait, let me turn this up. Ooh! Brody, bro. What the hell, dude? Weird as hell. Oh! Valentine being silly with the ghillie, bro. Oh, now they're scrambling. Let's go, Valentine. Come on, chat. Brody says, I love weird, not smoke. Shit, man. You're good at it, I guess. Why do I feel like John Anik's brain is like a hamster running on a wheel? Hey, shout out John Anik, though, bro. He's the GOAT. Listen to this crowd, bro. Brody says, hey, at least you know I'm just kidding. I technically don't, Brody. That's why I think it's weird as hell. Yusuf says, dude, Blachowicz is funny. Yes, sir, bro. Yusuf says, Jan is a veteran, man. Dude, crafty as hell, bro. You know, and he's not like just like a Davy Grant level. Like, he is legit as fuck, bro. You're telling me Jan can't beat one of these prospects on the rise? Like, come on, bro. Maddox says, Anik shouted you out. Who, John Anik? For real? Was that when you were on your quest of trying to get the shoutouts and shit, bro? That's crazy. John Anik, bro? That's funny as hell. I hope he did the laugh the little laugh after where he goes like, huh? How do you do it? How do you do it? It's like a, I can't do it, bro. But like the little John Anik laugh, bro. It's got to come natural, I guess. Oh, shit. Being silly with the ghillie. Part 2. He wants it, Chad. Maddox saying, yeah, bro. Dude, Maddox, you were crazy with that side quest, bro. You were a man that was determined. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, Valentine. Let's go, Valentine. What, Brody? Just a whole ill, bro. Okay, Brody, you know how I always say in the chat? I've been saying this since day one. Like, yo, any supporters of the channel, like, walk up to me at a bar, and I'll buy y'all a drink. I really appreciate y'all supporting the channel. Brody, low-key, not you anymore, bro. After all this shit, yeah. you on the ban list after this shit, bro. Nah, dude. I gotta take that shit away at that point, bro. I low-key take that shit, bro, because it's too much of this gay shit every stream, bro. Nah. Buy your own damn drink, bro. Buy your own damn drink, bro. Some bullshit. Oh my gosh. Let's go Valentine, bro. Domination this round, bro. Come on now. Brody says, I don't drink anyways, just buy me a Sprite. I mean, valid. Nah, bro, now you gotta buy your own Sprite then, son. You gotta buy your own Sprite, son. Bit of a shit round, right, chat? I'm not gonna lie. Damn, I just realized, too, they put this on the main card. They said, you know what? This kid, Todorovic, we gotta have him on there, bro. This ain't Todoroki versus Deku, son. I don't know if you got the wrong name or what, but this is not it so far. I mean, the crowd's going crazy. Brody says, I don't like being around drunk people, to be honest. I mean, that's fair. Let's go, Valentine! Valentine is in! Hey! He taps! Valentine! Valentine, brother. Let's go. Yes! 2 submissions in a row, right? Come on now. Come on, guys. Used to saying W. Used to saying America. Fuck yeah. I thought Valentine was from like Switzerland or some shit. Rain says subbed his ass. That was awesome, bro. Let's go, Valentine. Yes, he's on a streak. We got a real prospect on our hands, bro. He went from being a no-name to really getting some momentum. Bro, he's got my follow on He's got my follow on Insta, bro, and I don't follow too many fighters, but I'm like, shit, bro, I'm invested in Valentine. Maddox saying, yeah, and Brody saying, oh, I read that, but Maddox saying we got Ode Osborne, JPL, Harry Hadwig, and Chris Curtis. Hey, collecting them up, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't know about the Hardwick one, but I saw the rest. Let's go, bro. Yusuf says, don't be silly, jump the Gilly. Dude, that was awesome. Bro, he was really hunting for it. Like, he really wanted that shit. Let's go Valentine, bro. St. Lawrence says, these fights are wild so far. Yeah, bro. Excellent card, bro. Excellent card. Shout out Valentine for really getting some momentum together for his career, bro. Brody says, someone take smoke cheering for Valentine and make it sound like he's cheering for Valentina. Oh, I would never cheer for Valentina Shevchenko like that in my life, bro. Hell no, bro. Amas says, I enjoyed that fight. I feel like in the build, the build up to the finish, it was just kind of like, you know, it was solid, but this card's been amazing, bro. Great finish from Valentine. Great fights overall. There was the weird main card opener. Other than that, bro, I can't really name a damn low point on this card. It's just been banger, 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 banger. And even then, the opener ended in a first round finish, so it's like, this is a crazy card, bro. Let's go Valentine. I'm a fan, bro. I'm a fan of the man, dude. I fuck with this guy. Dino Lover saying, yo, what's up? What's up, brother? I feel like you're like the Batman pulling up to face the fucking, what's his name? The Joker right now, brother. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, Ameth, as well, man. Appreciate both of y'all. Yusa says, smoke, 330 is literally nothing. Only 11 fights. That card's not stacked at all. I mean, you know what? I'm still looking forward to it, to be honest. I know it's kind of a hot take, and it's going to sound stupid as fuck, or like people are going to be like, you're defending the UFC, bro. That's valid. But, like, I don't think it's... I've just seen way worse. Like, is it a bad card? Like, sure, but I think the prelims are going to be sick. I think the matchups we get on the main card are going to be really violent. And I think the main event's a really highly anticipated fight. Is it stacked? Nah, bro, not at all. Like, the card is completely lacking big stakes and big fight feels besides, like, one, you know, which is the main event. Even the co-main doesn't have that vibe to it, but... Dude, I'm going to defend 330. Like, it's really not that bad. I'm watching it with a bunch of my casual buddies. We're going out to the casino, I believe. And, like, I'm trying to put them on with some good fights. And you're telling me that they're not going to enjoy Turner versus Fernandez and, like, Gore versus Luque and Orabai versus Wells. Like, there's some, you know... It sucks that we lost Neil versus Nujaqwani, but, like, I don't know. UFC 312, UFC 307, UFC 306, you know, like, 297. Bro, y'all know me, man. If there's a shit card... I'll tell y'all it's shit, but this one's just, it's just mid. It's basically like the pay-per-view version of this fucking card, you know? That's how it feels. Crafty bangers, but not a lot of stakes, but it's like, it is what it is, and yeah. Yusuf says, dude, you like the casino? I mean, not really, bro. It's a chill vibe. Well, it's not really a chill vibe. It's kind of depressing up in there. But like, I've been going a couple times this year because it's just, I go with people and yeah. I wouldn't go by my damn self. Dude, there's some people so sad at those machines. They look like the soul was sucked out of them, bro. Like, Yusuf says, I've been at the casino, but I don't bet there, only on my phone. Then what you doing at the casino? Bro, the casino's all betting, bro. You taking in the scenery, Useless? I mean, bro, those lights and all that shit in there are crazy. You know, they go all out, bro. Very... Useless says, just spinning slots all day, man? Shit, I hope not, bro. Don't be... Get off the slots, bro. Get off the slots, bro. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that, bro. I mean, unless you want. You're a grown-ass man. You can do what you want. But shit, bro. Nah. We're too young for that, Useless. Don't be doing all that yet, bro. You know what I'm saying? Rain asking Useless if he does PFL to him. Useless says, no, those are the depressing people just spinning slots all day. Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying, though. Useless says, why do I have the weird feeling that Matic gets dropped? I think D-Rod's going to give him some adversity, but ultimately, yeah, I'm going with Matic. There's Giga Chikadze getting no fucking pop, bro. Maddox says, I heard rumors that Joel Alvarez will step in to fight Chidi. That's just as good of a fight as the Jeff Neal fight, so I'll take that. Donna says, thank fuck I switched my Oban pick. Hell yeah, brother. Good shit. It's sad to see Oban lose, but good shit for the picks. Brody says, I know you don't like women's MMA, but you should keep an eye out on Fatima Klein and Carly Judas. I hear people say good things about him, bro. I hear a lot of people hype up Klein. Apparently she gets finishes and shit. And Judas as well. I hear people hype him up. So, okay, bad, brother. I mean, Zhang Weili, whatever the fuck the name is, bro. She's my favorite women's fighter by far. She's like the only one I feel like I'm really invested in. So, maybe Klein and Judas are up next. You know what I'm saying? Hero says Smoke is going TYBURA. He was glazing him earlier. Oh, hell no, bro. I am not picking TYBURA, bro. Oh, hell no, bro. I'd rather pick a blind man to beat the Afro Samurai, bro. But again, I'm telling y'all, I think RAKIC and TYBURA is pretty live. Or I think TYBURA is live versus RAKIC. Rain says I got 33rd yesterday. Good shit, bro. Very elite with the PFL picks. Let's go, Rain. Maddox says Joel is training with Islam. Oh, bro really went to Daggy 2 and 3 years and forgot. Because, damn, bro, I mean, he got that. He felt Amosov in the cage, and he's like, all right, I really got to lock in, I guess, bro. I think he can be a great welterweight, but yeah, bro. Training with Islam is definitely not going to hurt him, bro. Brody says, you want to see bad? Look up Strickland and Hall. Exactly, bro. That's like a real bad card, you know? There's some real shit out there. 330 is bad, bro. But, I've seen way worse. Dino says, did you say I'd rather pick a blind man to beat the Afro Samurai instead? Yes, I did, bro. I said that shit. That is how little faith I have, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how little faith I have. Yusuf says, Usman is the real deal, Smoke. I'm telling you, he'll be the champ 185. I mean, maybe. Maybe. Like, I wouldn't doubt that he could beat a lot of the top 5 guys, but, bro, I just don't know if he's going to be the champ that runs the place, bro. We'll see it, though. We'll have to see, you know? Maybe you're right. Maybe he really is that good. Shiloh says BSD should be cut. No one wants to see him fight Usman. Usman versus BSD? I low-key would pick Usman. See, that's the thing. Touche, Useless. Like, Usman's a great fighter. He could be a lot of UFC guys. Bro, but again, I'd pick Charles if they fought tomorrow, bro. I'd pick Arman if they fought tomorrow. I would pick Gaethje if they fought tomorrow. I'm sorry. You know, like, you're going to love this, Useless, but I would pick Paddy Pimblett to beat Usman Nurmagomedov. I don't give a fuck, bro. I saw that fucking split decision against, what was his name? Paul Hughes? Who's the Irish cat in the Rise? I saw that shit, bro. Yusuf says, bro, I don't give a fuck. I would pick Paddy to beat Usman. I don't give a fuck. Nurmagomedov. I don't give a fuck, bro. I feel like I don't have a lot of, like, hot takes or retarded takes. I feel like that's one of them for sure, bro. Like, I feel like that's definitely up there. But nah, bro, I'm a stand by it, bro. Give me a Patty decision. Dino says, I don't know about Patty. That's fair. Brody says, Team Khabib can suck my tism. That's even fairer. Yusuf says he's ass, bro. Yo, Charles Oliveira is not ass, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You could say he's washed or some shit, but bro, he just beat Holloway and Gamrot. Brody says Usman is not John Cena or AJ Styles. Nah, bro, he's like Brodus Clay, bro. Big ass. The Funkasaurus. The WrestleMania halftime show. Brody says that Whaley makes smoke throb like an orange computer. That's weird as fuck, bro. Maddox says, look at your boy. Dude, they've been on this Ian Gary promo for like 5 fucking minutes. That's crazy. And can they reveal the goddamn main card? I just want to know. If it's going to be mid, that's fine, bro. But can I at least see the order and shit? Like, I want to... Because I'm going to bet it. I'm going to bet on the fights. I'm going to bet on the card. I want to see what's up. Shiloh says... Oh, I already said that. I'm sorry. Dino says we need to start keeping track of your quotes. That's funny, bro. Dino says Paul Hughes strikes better than Patty. True. But does he have that plot armor? Does he have that chin? Does he have that goofy goober technique, bro? You know what I'm saying? As a Max Glazer, Charles deserves all the glaze, says Dino. I think both of them deserve the glaze. I think both of them deserve all the hype, you know. Those are 2 top 25 fighters of all time. Shout out Max, shout out Charles. It really was kind of historic that we got to see them fight. It was a really lame fight, but the fact that we got to witness them in a rematch, prime and prime, is crazy. Oh, is that Bogdan grabbing his wife in the crowd? Yeah, lad. Yeah, boy. Look at him. You get a badass submission win and you go in the crowd and you're having a beautiful embrace with your beautiful wife. Come on now. Yo, Bogdan Grad, that was a badass fight, by the way. That was one of the best fights of the night. Yeah, let's go, dude. Let's go, Bogdan. Say it again, brother. Haro saying Patty would beat Hughes easy. I don't think easily, but I would pick Patty as well, bro. Shiloh says anyone who genuinely thinks Gary has a chance to beat Islam is retarded. Shiloh, you just straight up called me retarded then, bro. Because I'm picking Gary to win, son. Gary split decision. You know what I'm saying? Gary split decision, brother. You heard it here first. Brody says if Charles became champ again, I might cry. I would be so happy, bro. I might get a Charles Oliveira tattoo on my face. I'd get a fucking tramp stamp. I don't give a fuck. Shiloh crying. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, man. Harosa seems like everyone's picking Gary. That's what I'm worried about. Like, why the fuck are we in the timeline where Ian Gary is the popular pick? That's kind of outrageous. Shiloh says you still have time to change your pick. Sorry. True, brother, but I'm going to stand by it, man. Same reason why I picked Van versus Tyra. I think Gary has the necessary style, necessary get-up game, takedown defense. He's the better striker. You know damn well that Islam couldn't outstrike Carlos Prates for 20 out of 25 minutes, you know. Islam would probably win, but not via just striking, you know. Gary stuffed all his shot cuts, takedowns almost. All the Bilal's takedowns 100%, so it's just like... Brody says, Smoke, you know how funny it would be if Ian finished Islam. Bro, it would be crazy. Crazy. You know, I was thinking about putting a really big bet on Ian by decision, but I'm just worried that it's going to be some, like, random... Leon Edwards last minute of the fight head kick KO bullshit. So I might... He's already a big enough dog as just money line alone with a plus 300. So I think I'll just do the money line. Because him winning alone would be crazy. But bro, I don't know why I can just see him finishing him. Dude, he couldn't finish a goddamn fly. But it's always those fights and those fighters. Like that's when they get the finish. Bilal TKOing Sean Brady. Leon... KOing Kamaru Usman, like shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Shiloh says cuck, no for real though. Shiloh says Ian Gary is gonna harness his cuck energy and beat a guy on steroids. Okay, guys, we'll see it, brother. A guy who's saying that women should run the place like Shawn Michaels, or a guy who eats, shits, and breeds mountain. I sadly am gonna go with the former. Maddox says Sean Strickland beat Jemiah, bro. So what do you think about Ian and Islam? Well, that's what I'm saying, bro. You know, anything's possible. We just saw Gabriel Urbina, or whatever the fuck his name is, knock out that one dude, Seppo, so... There are no locks in the sport, brother. That's a lesson I'm really learning this year. There are no... I don't even know. Shiloh says different weight class. You can't compare. I mean, counter argument, though, bro. Yeah, different weight class. Like, this is the biggest opponent and the longest, rangiest opponent that Islam's ever fought, you know? Maddox says, I don't like you anymore, Smoke. That's valid as fuck, to be honest, you know? I genuinely feel like it's a war crime to, like, say anything neutral or positive about Gary. Even though I don't like Ian Gary, I feel like, though, I'm neutral on him, bro. Like, I genuinely feel like I'm going to get, like, rocks thrown at my head. Like, it is worrying, bro. I met one person ever who said they were an Ian Gary fan, and I respect him a lot. Shout out MMA Spirit. Other than that, I have not met anybody who says it. I mean, I'm not even a Gary fan myself, but, like, they got to be out there somewhere, though, bro. But where, though? I really don't see them. Maddox says, give grad to Poria. That'd be some crazy shit, bro. Brody says, useless, you aren't Muslim. Take that towel off your head. That's a crazy quote, bro. Shiloh says, I have Tybura. Oh, hey, crafty as hell, boy. Crafty as hell, boy. Dude, I'm glad somebody is, bro. Somebody had to pick useless, bro. Pick Tybura, bro. Sorry, useless. Somebody had to pick Tybura, man. I hope you're not fucking with me, Shiloh. Because genuinely, man, Tybura's live, you know? I'm picking RAKIC, bro, but I really don't like this notion in the air that he's just supposed to be some absolute lock over him. You know what I'm saying, bro? Shiloh says RAKIC is dog shit. Bro, he's on a 4-fight losing streak. That's what I'm saying, man, you know? Shiloh says people like his striking, but it's not even that good. I think it's solid. I think it could hang at the UFC level, but his chin is worrying as fuck. His fight IQ is worrying as fuck. He's not well-rounded. He's pretty inactive for the most part. He also says, dude, why do you hate RAKIC? Dude, I just think Tybura is being so underrated here. I don't understand how everybody is saying... I just genuinely do. Like, Haro says, true Tybura is good, man. I just genuinely don't understand how the entire world is on the side of Alexander RAKIC is guaranteed a lock. Making his heavyweight debut after he's been shinned 2 out of his last 4 fights bad. Haro says RAKIC is the easiest pick of the card. I don't know, man. I'm having a real hard time with this one. To be honest. I've been having a hard time with this one. You know? I really think Tybura could upset him. It's these random fights, bro, where people start really hyping up fighters crazy that they've never hyped up ever, sorry. Because it's like, bro, there are some fighters on a card where it's like, people, their past 5 fights could be talking shit about them, but all of a sudden it's like, they face some random matchup and they talk about them like they're a lock. They're bound to get it done no matter what. They should be able to smoke them. But it's like, bro, it's the same guy. It's the same guy who was just on a losing streak, you know? Brody says, Smoke, this isn't a pie-eating contest. Tybura isn't winning. That's a crazy bar, bro. That's a crazy bar. A pie-eating contest. Do they still have those, by the way, chat? Whatever happened to like a good old pie-eating contest? That's some Neanderthal shit. Dino says Tybura is an old heavyweight though, man. I mean, bro, there's a reason why I'm picking RAKIC. For sure. But like, I'm just saying that the guy is live. Shiloh says RAKIC is cooked and cut. I mean, he'll be cut if he loses this fight. Yusuf says Sal Kill wins next weekend. And that people forget, man, RAKIC KO'd Jimmy Manuwa. Yeah, bro, but that was like before COVID, right? And it's like, come on, bro. He's like 6-5 in the UFC, bro. It's just like, oh my gosh. Shiloh says, when were you in fucking junior high? Uses it's 2026. Bro, I'm glad you said that, Shiloh, because I forgot who I was having a debate with the other day, but they were like, yo, I've never heard of junior. Because I went to a junior high, but they were like, oh, I've never heard of junior high. Like, I thought it was just middle school. Are you making that shit up? And they made it seem like it was some prestigious shit. Not really, bro. It's just a junior high school. Like, I thought everybody not everybody has them, but, like, it's more of, like, a preference. they're kind of pointless in a way because it's 2 fucking grades. Like, you might as well just have middle school be everything. Maddox, take your damn meds, son. What the fuck is this shit you just said in the chat, bro? Maddox, bro, you gotta chill, bro. Maddox, bro, you gotta chill, man. What the fuck? Useless says, I went to Sky High School. Yo, you know Useless is over the age of 21 because he just fucking referenced ball knowledge, bro. Useless says, what is junior high? Junior high is only 7th and 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? So it's just 2 grades. It's just 7th and 8th grade. It's kind of pointless. All right, there we go. Useless says Smoke went to Sky High School too. I wish, brother. My superpower would be like having a big ass nose, but it actually can't even smell anything that well. Yo, Useless though. I'm going with Gamrot to be Sal Kill, bro. You said Sal Kill wins next weekend. I'm low-key going with Gamrot, brother. Yo, RAKIC looking like he has some aura. He looks like a Batman villain, chat. Bro looks like the destroyer of worlds. He looks like he's about to say, let's go for that. Shiloh says, I got a fucking beak too. Yeah, bro, us with our schnogs, huh? It's tough, man. I was confused at first when you were trying to say Shiloh, but you said I got a fucking beak too. It's tough, right? It's just so bizarre, man. Like, it's such a distraction on our faces. You know? It's tough, bro. Like, it's such a focal point. Like, I'll be on some gay shit, bro. I got some pretty ass eyes. And I feel like my actual facial structure as a whole isn't bad. But I have this big ass fucking nose in the way, bro. It's so big. It's such a distraction. It fucks up everything else. It makes everything all fucked up, bro. Useless is confused. Nah, Useless. It's just one big nosed brother talking to another, bro. And all your friends probably fuck with you, bro. Dude, my homies and they don't, I mean, bro, it's been, I mean, technically, no, there's still comments. Bro, but I remember when I was like a little bit younger, like high school and when I was still in college, bro, holy fuck, you couldn't go like a week without it, bro. If they knew who Ariel Helwani was, it would have been game over for me, brother. You know? Yusuf says, I see why you're on Gamrot. He's good with grappling. True, and so is Sal Kill, to be fair. But I think Gamrot can still out-grapple him. Maybe not get a sub, but seal away these rounds. Minutes on the clock. I think he's got the better cardio and experience, bro. I think he's going to gas him out. Shiloh says every other week, I'll realize I could see my nose if I focus on it. Oh, I can too, bro. Can other people not do that? I could touch my tongue to my nose, too. That's how big it is. And I got a big-ass tongue, too. I got some weird shit, bro. I got big-ass random shit. Why couldn't it go somewhere else? You know what I'm saying? Yusuf says, what the fuck? What do you mean? The tongue touching the nose? Bro, because bro, my shit droops down like Rainbow Road. It's a wee, you know what I'm saying, bro? My nose goes down. It's big as fuck. Haro says, Sal Kill is still improving at that level. I agree, bro. I agree, bro. Like, let's see him in the 5-rounder. Let's see him against somebody who's as crafty and as experienced and solidly well-rounded as Gamrot. Yusuf says, bro, you can pick your nose with your tongue. I may not pick my nose, but I can touch my tongue with it. Yo, why does TYBURA look like that, bro? TYBURA looks like he would be on the football team and remember the Titans, bro. You know what I'm saying? Haro says, here we go with your TYBURA pick, Smoke. Let's see. Bro, I am not picking TYBURA. I need to make that abundantly clear, bro. I need to make it abundantly clear. Let's go, RAKIC. But all I'm saying, bro, let's see it, bro. Let's see it. Let's see TYBURA. Number 13 spot on the line, boys. Maddox says, can you turn TTS on? What is that? What is TTS? What is that, Maddox? Yusuf says, what's Remember the Titans about? It's like this inspirational Disney movie about ending racism and, like, football and stuff and, you know, hard work. And did I mention ending racism? Yeah, that's what it's about. It's a good movie, to be fair. It's a good movie. It's got that one dude in it. He's famous as fuck. Fuck. Denzel Washington? Yeah. Maddox says text-to-speech. What does that mean? What the fuck? What is text-to-speech? How do I do that? What does that mean? Yusuf says Outsiders was a good movie. Bro, we all had to watch that in like English class and shit. That's so funny. Damn, look at how red Rakic's chest is from slapping the fuck out of it. Let's go Rakic, bro. He's either about to get slept in around or he's about to sleep Rakic or TYBURA in around. Yusuf says, did you watch the movie Holes? Yes, bro. That shit was amazing. Digging those holes, holes, holes. I'm digging them holes. Like, that shit was goated. Brody says, remember the Titans is a goated great movie. Smoke W ball knowledge. You know what's up, Brody. You know what's up, bro. That's one of the better Disney movies, bro. That's when that shit meant something to us, bro. Shout out. Yusuf says, you know Stephen Hawking? That's what he used to talk about. Yeah, bro, but I'm not Stephen damn Hawking. Maddox says, like when someone chats, read it aloud. Oh, no, bro. Wait, every time? I mean, maybe for like donos, I see people do that. But every time, that'd be distracting as hell, bro. Oh, shit, the fight started. We're 15 seconds in. Oh, nice uppercut from Rakic. Rakic is heavy with the Valium, bro. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Brody says, there ain't no mountain high enough. W song. Oh, that's a banger, bro. Let's go, dude. Rakic is putting a pace on him. Let's go. Useless, don't fuck with me, bro. Useless, don't fuck with me, bro. Don't be gaslighting me like that. That's crazy. UROS says TYBURA's already cooked. He's looking like a punching bag right now, bro. Oh, he's looking plotty up in here. What was that shit? What is he doing? Oh, bro, yeah, no, TYBURA's fucked. Let's go, Rakic. Y'all were right. I mean, we were right. I don't think anybody... I think one person picked TYBURA, but that was... Hey, nice kick to the body from Rakic. Hoo-ha! Let's go. Rakic, come on, baby. Come on, man. All gas, no pedal. Be any chase scene ever in Baby Driver, bro. God, I'm like so heavy with the anticipation because I feel like we're one shot away from a Rakic KO. Dude, TYBURA's kind of connecting a little bit here. That was a good right hand by Rakic, though. Yo, why does Rakic have the Vegeta hairline, bro? Are y'all seeing that shit? What's up with that Widow's Peak for Rakic? That might not be it, bro. Maddox saying, oh shit. Chat, why y'all trying to gaslight me, bro? I am not that behind. We're 240 in, right? That's what it says in the clock. Come on, Rakic, though. Come on now, son. You're going life and death here with TYBURA. Come on, bro. Come on now. Why does TYBURA look like the type of guy that has, like, drool coming out of his mouth right now? Like, what the fuck? Close your shit, boy. What's that breath like? Oh, hell no. Yusuf says this might go the gosh damn distance. Bro, that's what I'm starting to fear, bro. Starting to get worried about that. Because we started strong and now we're kind of capping off, you know? Uses this TYBURA as a mouth breather. And Maddox says Rakic KOs him. Dude, TYBURA's built like a bass. You know what I'm saying? TYBURA is the type of fella, like, when I'm going on a fishing trip and I get someone on the rod and I gotta pull really hard and then I finally get it up and I go like, oh, it's a big one. It's like TYBURA, just on the end. Big ass fish. Bro, like, that's what I just picture him doing, bro. Brody says TYBURA is the real pig of MMA. By God, he's got a family. Dude. He looks like he'd be like the distant cousin of Jim Ross, bro. Rocket's not exactly feeding off the fucking crowd here, bro. Come on, man. You telling me you can't... Ooh! Nice kick to the dome from RAKIC. That's what I'm talking about. That calf is done, folks. Dude, TYBURA is like a... What do they call the shit that you put in your car that goes like this? Oh, a bobblehead, bro. TYBURA built like a bobblehead. You know what I'm saying, Chad? Dude, I haven't seen one of those fucking things in forever. Bro, TYBURA a bottlehead, bro. Or bobblehead, whatever the fuck. Tell me he not built like that shit, bro. Brody says, poor JR. Why poor JR, bro? Is he not doing well? Shout out to homie JR. All right, 10 seconds to the round. This is definitely a RAKIC round, but I feel like he could have capitalized on it a bit more, bro. I mean, touche. RAKIC round, but again, yeah, I feel like he could have done maybe a little bit more. Shiloh says this motherfucker better attempt that takedown at least. He better, bro. He's trying to stand and bang like it's Hackett versus Blades up in here, but this fight's kind of ass, too. Brody says he's had cancer multiple times and smoke attacking JR. Okay, first of all, I didn't say... Brody, bro, you're too normal of a person to say that I'm attacking JR because I like said that somebody looked like his cousin, bro. Don't be that fucking libtard. Second of all, I did not know he had cancer multiple times. That's crazy. I was a big fan of his back in the day, so that's sad as fuck to hear. I had no idea. Shout out JR, man. Shout out JR. Still kicking it. Still goat to the bone. Maddox says, crazy fact, Dean Thomas and Dustin Poirier and Masvidal and Anthony were all arrested. There you go, bro. Deep waters, one might say, bro. They've been in some deep waters, you know what I'm fucking saying, bro? Shiloh says RAKIC's cardio's ass, too. Bro, you can really tell that sometimes it's the reason he folds, you know what I'm saying? Maddox says, who's JR? It's this one, like, wrestling commentator from the Attitude Era and shit. All right, round 2, boys. We're live. Nice jab from RAKIC. Can he carry the momentum, bro? And will TYBURA shoot a fucking takedown? I don't know. These are life's biggest questions. Oh, damn. Got some spinning shit up in here. You know, it's kind of shocking every time. Like, you think TYBURA is going to be fatter. You think he's just going to look like a complete fat fuck. But it's not, you know, cutting back from the Shake Shack, I guess, you know? Not looking too bad. Maddox says, what's your timestamp? I'm at 4 minutes right now. 3:59. Was that an eye poke? Or did he say it's fine? Okay, I guess it's fine. Damn, he Alex Pereira'd that shit. TYBURA mogs you type shit, bro. Dude, I was seeing that meme a couple times in the build-up. TYBURA mogs you, have a nice day. Brody says people hype up Hoka versus Blades, but not gonna lie, Spivak versus Ante banged. Bro, don't even compare the two, though. Like... What was Hoka versus Blades the better fight, but Spivak versus Ante was also solid? For sure, for sure. Spivak versus Ante was solid. But come on, bro. That's like comparing Gaethje and Patty to like a Torres Finney fight or some shit. You know what I'm fucking saying, bro? Okay, not that bad, but like still. Maddox says, what's your timestamp? 2:56, sir. Brody says, I'm not comparing. Relax. Smokey Bear. Oh, Smokey Bear. I fuck with that shit. I fuck with that shit. Only you can prevent wildfires. Dude, I fuck with that. Smokey Bear. That's so chill. Max says I was a little behind. Hey, man. Shout out Paramount for being good old reliable, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I feel like ESPN gave me so many problems so frequently with lag. And it sucked, too, because you were paying $80... You're paying 80 fucking doubloons for the whole thing. And then, like, just to have the connection lag for like some of the biggest fights of the year. It was tough. ESPN did not have a lot of pros, bro. They didn't promote themselves as well or be as creative as Paramount has either. Like, I feel like Paramount is really taking the UFC with open arms and really is like happy to fucking be here. But it's like, ESPN sucked ass. Brody says I'm gonna root for you. Brody, yeah, bro, you're buying yourself your own damn Sprite, bro. That's fucking gay as hell. It sucks, Brody. In another timeline, we could have been friends, you know. But then you say all this gay shit, so now it's like fuck. That's over. Maddox says you're a teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. W. St. Lawrence says TYBURA by crafty decision. Hey, he's getting after it, man. This is arguably a TYBURA fucking round. Isn't that insane? As soon as I say that, RAKIC almost fucking clears him out of there. But still, bro, TYBURA could totally win this decision. This is kind of crazy. RAKIC, like, how are you gonna lose this pure battle on the feet in your home country like this? I told y'all that RAKIC is not a fucking lock. And all y'all said, round 1 KO, round 1 KO. He's a lock, he's a lock. Brody says, instead we more than friends. Oh, hell no, bro. That's some gay shit, Joe. Bro. Shiloh says, I'm genuinely getting tired, bro. Yeah, dude, this fight's kind of ass. I'm glad somebody said it, because, like, bro, sometimes I think in my head, like, I'm like, okay, are these fights really that bad? Or am I just expecting too damn much? Am I not a fan of the sport? But it's like, bro, nah, man, these fights, some of these fights are tough, bro. Let's just say it how it is. St. Lawrence says, I say so, and RAKIC is gassing out. Are you saying that... Are you saying that the fight sucks ass, or are you saying TYBURA decision? St. Lawrence says, oh, hell no, don't switch up now. Wait, what am I switching up on? Dude, I've been saying RAKIC is going to win, but fuck, bro. Like, TYBURA is taking him to deep waters, bro. Oh, my God, man. This fight is dog shit. St. Lawrence saying, we are rooting for RAKIC. Oh, we're still rooting for RAKIC. Let's go, RAKIC. We want him to pull through, but, like, he is fumbling the bag right now. Shar, welcome to the chat, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. Saying RAKIC just buns. He's looking buns, bro. Like, how are you going to fold this, bro? He's folding this shit so bad. Brody says these fights sucking like Paige. To be fair, it's only been this fight. Every other fight of the card has been incredible. A finish or a banger every time. This one just sucks ass. It's like how the Paris card last year was just banger, 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 banger. And then their hometown guy, William Gomez, fucked it up and went to some boring-ass decision. Like, it is what it is, I guess. Brody says, how was RAKIC having a close fight with BLACHOWICZ? And Big Ank. And Big Ank, bro. He is the underrated king of close decisions. Bro, TYBURA's breath probably smells like a dog treat, bro. Like, you see the way that he's just, like, huffing and puffing, dude? That shit probably stank, bro. Hero says RAKIC is a minus 1,000, by the way, and shit fight, but he's winning. I have it 2-0 RAKIC, but I think there's an argument for a second round TYBURA. I guess we'll never know. But if you're RAKIC, man, learn from the Ank loss and all this other bullshit and just go, man. Just go. Pressure forward. Like, don't even risk it. You're letting TYBURA look crafty as fuck with his 1-2, bro. Like, what are we doing? It's not a great look for RAKIC. There we go. There's a little something. Damn, this is the first time we've seen a round 3 tonight. That's crazy, bro. How y'all gonna be the only... Y'all the fucking heavyweights, bro. How y'all the only motherfuckers that go in the distance? That's some crazy work. Brody says RAKIC versus TYBURA making smoke look more straight. Bro, yeah, this fight gay as hell. I agree with Shar, bro. RAKIC acting buns right now. Oh, here we go. Now, this is always going to be a good sign of fun to come. If y'all felt like we weren't getting a good fight, here we go. Don't worry. Don't worry. Now they're going to be in the clinch for the next 3 minutes. Don't worry, guys. We're fine. We're fine. St. Lawrence says he's going to be the sole purpose we hear of the crafty man TYBURA allegations. Bro, TYBURA, bro. He could pull through heavy in this third round. I'm gonna front with y'all. Oh, nice elbow there from RAKIC. RAKIC, stop drooling on the goddamn man's shoulders, bro, and just... Brody says, you think this is bad? Wait until you see Jamal move up. He's in way worse shape than RAKIC. Bro, but at least Jamal Hill can just... I would trust Hill to flatline somebody, bro. I think I'd also pick Jamal Hill to beat TYBURA. I guess that's a good thing he has going for him, because I'm kind of worried about Hill moving up to heavyweight. I guess that's a sign of good things to come, you know what I'm saying? Yo, why RAKIC look like the song about to come on, like, don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Like, why he bending over like that, bro? So it seems I was not joking about this fight just being in the clinch in this position the rest of the fight. I was kind of joking, kind of serious. It turns out I was correct. Sadly. Kind of was hoping that was not the case. Brody says, I want to see Hill versus Lewis. Yeah, I heard people recommending that fight. I'd be down for that. But I would pick Lewis, low-key. But that would be the plottiest fight in human history. I'm not talking UFC or MMA. Human history... Hill versus Lewis is possibly the single most jiggly fight in mankind, you know? Holy fuck, this fight is buns, bro. You know that scene in Adventure Time where Finn's like that naked baby and he's like, I'm a buff tootin' baby and I'm shaking my buns. Like, that's what this fight feels like, bro. Brody says Derek won't throw, though. Yeah, that's why I feel like the fight would be so plotty, bro. I feel like it'd be so low output, but in the build-up, everyone would be saying it's such a knockout artist versus knockout artist. But then the fight comes around and they don't throw dick all. Like, I can see that being the case. Brody says this fight gonna make people think the whole card was like this. I know, right? But if you were there, man. You know that this card was a banger. You know? Like, the next two fights, at the very least, both of them can't disappoint. So in the grand scheme of the card, including the fact there was 2 WMMA fights, the fact that we only had 2 stinkers, that's not bad. And who knows about the next 2 fights? They could be fight of the years. St. Lawrence says, I swear they're going to take this and run with it. Maybe, bro. Some MMA fans can bitch and complain about shit. Like, this fight sucks ass, but it's been the only stinker of the night, so I can live with this. This wasn't some UFC 321 shit. Even last week, bro, I remember by the time we got to the main event, I was just like, I was literally like against the wall just like this. Like, guys, like I might end the stream like middle of the fight. So it's not that bad, you know? This card has been pretty fun. This fight just sucked ass, though, you know? Shout out RAKIC. I think that was enough to get it done. 2-1 or 3-0. 29-28, 30-27. One of the two, I don't know. But I think for sure RAKIC. Brody says, not gonna lie, Jan versus Sterling could easily suck like couches upside down. I mean, to be fair, if my couch was upside down, that would suck. But Dino says, I've still only got 1 pick wrong so far. Shout out Dino Lover. Really well on the picks, bro. This card's been kind of fucked with picks, so good shit. Let me guess, bro, was it Ludovic Klein or no? Because I feel like that was a big parlay buster for people. Brody says, this is how I felt about Ty versus Louis, just annoyed. Yeah, for real, right? That was just a stain on the card. That fight sucked ass, but the rest was like incredible. Dino says yes. There you go, brother. There you go, bro. Just made a 3-pointer from the moon. Shiloh says at least the next fight should be good. I think so as well, bro. How do I say that? Good? Good? It should be good, bro. BLACHOWICZ versus Sterling. I've been very excited for this fight. Maddox says do RAKIC and Lewis next. I mean, honestly, I'm down. But I think RAKIC just beat him. Brody says, I love how you react to my random comments with actual opinions, even though couch is upside down makes 0 sense. I mean, true, you know, but who knows, bro? Who knows when sometimes people are for real or not, I guess. Donna says, to be fair, it was a retarded comment. He says he had to sneak in the back of the headshots to make sure he cheated. RAKIC, you mean? Was RAKIC having a couple of the back of the headshots? I must have missed that. Was that what the ref was acting up over in the third round? Let's hear the scorecards. Should be 20-28 or 30-27. Yeah, that makes sense. 30-27. RAKIC, good heavyweight debut. You know? Back in the win column and just saved his UFC career. So, shout out Alexander RAKIC, man. Y'all, I'm going to go take a piss break and just kind of move my legs about real quick. Thank you guys so very much for being here with the stream. I appreciate y'all a lot, man. Hope you guys are having a good motherfucking day. Yeah, I'm just going to go walk around, get the legs flowing. Brody says Smoke appreciates me showing up. That's why he accepts my oddness. Well, I mean, to be fair, hell yeah, bro. You are a big supporter of the channel. If you're a little odd at times, what can I say, you know? The real ones are the real ones, I suppose. That's how I look at it. Brody says, see you in PFL, TYBURA. Exactly, it's game over. Shout out RAKIC, bro. He's got to work on the cardio, bro, because he's got to throw more. That shit is not a great style a lot of the time, bro. Diamond says Musayev cheated in every single fight so far. Oh, motherfucker then, bro. That'll make it 3 for 3 then, bro. Maddox says you watching a horror short film at the end. Maybe. I don't know, bro. I have no idea, man. All right, guys. I'll be right back. Appreciate y'all. Oh, shit. I can't even get over my own stuff. Actually, hold on. Before I go, let me take a sip of coffee. Oh, that's disgusting. That's so much water in there. I watered that shit down like a motherfucker. Oh, my legs are stiff. Woo! Damn, we're only at 40 into the stream, too. Yo, Brody, get out with that gay shit, bro. I'll ban you. Yo, chat, can we get 17 billion likes? 14,000 subscribers? Come on, son. All right, I appreciate you. I'll be back. All right, boys. We're back. Appreciate y'all for waiting. It was, what, like 4 minutes? 5:15 on the dot. Maddox says I'm in the bath. What the fuck? Brody says I'm taking a wet shower right now. You take dry showers, son? Well, thanks for the information, I guess. Donna says I heard a rumor about Ngannou versus Verhoeven being made. I'm down for it. Maddox says, can you watch a Deadline horror short at the end, maybe? I'll do it for $18 billion. No, I'm playing, bro. I got you. No, I got you, brother. Yeah, I'm down, bro. But it depends on battery, Maddox. We'll see where the camera battery's at. But if we're chilling with that, then I got you. I never know with these long fight companions where it's going to last, you know? My ass would do the prelims if I could. That's why I'm trying to work to afford, like, a better laptop, because then I can stream from my computer and do interviews on the computer, and it'll just be better. And then I can stream longer. I don't mind just streaming for the main card, but I would do the prelims. But yeah, like my phone, I just do everything on my phone. It just doesn't have the capacity to go that long. Maddox says it's very scary. Yeah, bro, if you remember, Brody, Brody, I'm about to ban you. That's gay as fuck. But Maddox, I'm down for some spooky shit, bro. I trust you. Just remember which one it is. Shiloh says, I picked a Nav decision, but I want a Jan highlight knockout. Bro, same fucking boat. We're in Noah's Ark together, my friend. You know what I'm saying, bro? Nav decision is what I'm going with. Why do I have a feeling this is going to be a sick fight, bro? Why do I have a feeling this is going to be a sick fight? The Blachowicz and Guskov fight was pretty fucking cool, bro. But Blachowicz versus Ang sucked. And Blachowicz versus Pereira sucked. I guess we'll have to see. And Blachowicz versus Olberg sucked. Dino says, I got Jan decision. I'm very scared. Scared, but let's go for that, brother. That's what we want. That's the outcome we want. Hey, you know what? I'll be real with y'all, chat. This is a really good fight. I have been on the high, on the low, and on the in-between. Really looking forward to this one all week. Yeah, bro. Like, it's just such a really good fight. I don't need to say anything that I haven't already said all fucking week, but yeah. Just stylistically. I think it's going to be a good scrap too, bro. There's so much on the line. Brody says, last time I watched you during a shower, you don't got a sub, and now we need shower powers to work it in our boy Jan's favor. All right, bro. Fuck it. Brody says, I'm hot. It's so weird. I'm hot. Dude, I mean, it's not too weird. I listen to people, I guess, when I'm in the shower, but I guess it's just weird for me to talk about. That's kind of weird, bro. Brody says, I need some weed to talk about this or some bullshit, bro. Brody says I'm high on Navajo, though. Yeah, speaking of weed, there you go, bro. I didn't do that on purpose, I swear to God. I am also high on Navajo. I rate Baranowski very highly. Aleksander decently, but I think Navajo is the best prospect for the division. I think it could be a top 5 in a couple years, but is Blachowicz too much too soon, you know? Meta's bitch ass doesn't even have him ranked, I don't think. Maybe number 15. But the media, they got him at number 5, so... Still a step up for Sterling no matter what, bro. This is crazy. Blachowicz arguably could have beaten all these former champs in his past few fights. So if he beats... I'm sorry, yeah. If Navajo beats Jan, that's a big deal, bro. Some people are going to undermine it and say that it's a wash Jan. Sure it is, but like, then why couldn't Bogdan beat him? You know, why couldn't Ank beat him? Why couldn't they beat him? You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't Pereira just knock him out then if it's that easy? Brody says, to be fair, I'm not watching the fights, I'm watching you, so kind of to take the stream into the shower. That's fair, brother. That's why I do it too, because like the person that's yapping is like usually doing like, they're saying what's going on about the fights. Okay, Loki, I feel you. It's just weird from my perspective because I gotta talk about it and envision shit, but like, you know what I'm saying. I be doing the same shit. So it's valid. Brody says, ain't washed. To be honest, Jan's still really good. That's what I'm saying. That's a good take, Brody. That's a good take. Dino says, unless the last injury really messed him up, I think he has enough to win this. I agree, bro. Damn, I forgot he was supposed to fight earlier, too, in May, and he had to overcome that. I'm glad we finally get Jan in the cage. We're live. We're in it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I just want to be locked in. I just want to, I don't want to look away from this one. Here we go. Calf kicks right away from Sterling. He looks fast. He looks fast, chat. Oh, 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 what just happened for Sterling? Oh, okay, just a slip, just a slip. Maddox says you're going to actually ban Brody. I did think about it, to be fair. I did think about it. But I think I'm joking. But some of this shit really does make me want to. Okay, we're back on the feet. 4 minutes in. Or I guess 1 minute in. Let's go, lads. Let's go. Sterling very heavy on this calf kick. Point to prove here. Against the fucking calf king himself. Or the calf kick king himself. Try saying that 5 times. Jan Blachowicz here, bro. Oh my god, something happened again. Oh, what just happened? He kind of like folded over himself. Chat, somebody give me a translation. Did Blachowicz just rock his ass? Let's go, Jan. Come on now. This guy was on a bender in Japan trying to beat the former champ, huh? Come on now. Dude, if Jan does TKO him, I'd be so sad because I knew I should have put some money on that plus 900. Brody says smoke watching it, he still doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, valid. Oh! Yo! Sterling just rocked the fuck out of Blachowicz. No! No! This is the worst outcome. No! Well, not the worst. I saw McGregor fight a couple weeks ago. But dude, no! Now Sterling with some nasty elbows. Oh my god, he's beating the fuck out of Jan. Oh, nasty elbows. No, he's beating the fuck out of Jan. That's it, man. No, it hurts to see, to be honest, because I fuck with Jan so heavy. Oh my god, look, he's in a pile of his own goddamn blood, bro. I mean, that's a really impressive win, bro, but it just hurts to see for Jan, you know? It just hurts to see for Jan. Diamond says smoking for my guy Jan. I might take a couple hits myself because fuck. Brody says, damn impressive though on short notice. Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks or round 1 KO. That's pretty fucking good. Brody says that's a statement. Yeah, I agree, bro. Haro says Jan got done smoked. It was one of our own, bro. It was one of our own. I didn't want to see it, man. I like the Don Smoke bar you got there, but bro, I didn't want to see it, man. Man, dude, just lying in his own blood like that. That's so sad. Brody says Sterling's officially a top guy, and Maddox says Sterling might get a title shot in like 1 fight now. Yeah, you're both right. Media's going to have him in top 5. Meta's going to have him a little higher. Probably top 10. I mean, good win, bro, you know? I don't really dislike Sterling at all. Gets finishes, fights well, primarily a striker. Steady kickboxing guy. I don't mind him. I don't really feel any certain type of way, though. Not really much of a personality, but respect, you know? It's just like, why'd it have to be Jan, bro? You know? Why'd it have to be Jan, bro? Good finish, very impressive. It just makes me, like, bummed, though, bro, because that's probably it for Jan. You know? That's 5 in a row, and now you're losing to a guy who's technically, like number 15, possibly unranked for however you want to look at it. Actually, no, they probably both have him ranked. Short notice, newer guy. Oh, man. Fuck, man. All right, I can come back to reality. Gabriel, what's up, bro? Saying I'm sad now? Same, bro. I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling well. Sometimes it hurts, man. Brody says I'm gonna jump off a ladder. Don't be doing all that. Don't be doing all that. Still undefeated, 11-0. He's impressive, though. I'll tell you that, bro. You know? He's impressive, bro. Haro says, and they say he's overrated when he's really underrated. It is crazy the amount of people that are like, he's the most overrated fighter in the division. He's the most overrated fighter of all time. He's the most overrated fighter currently. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Sometimes do people hype him up a little too damn much, and we really don't know how he is against tougher comp? Yes. But, like, bro, it's a prospect, man. You know? Like, these are the fights that are going to prove that to us. Diamond says, I kind of hope D-Rod smokes Medic now. Nah, like, I kind of want D-Rod to win, but I would not complain about it. Just a classic, stiff Medic KO. It'd be crazy. Imagine the crowd pop. St. Lawrence says, fuck it, I'm diving off the hell in the cell cage. Bro said, alley-oop type shit. Bro said, bye-bye. Oh, yeah, dude. Mick Foley. Brody says, I'm in a Jeff Hardy. Bro, what was his theme song? Wasn't that like a banger? It was like Lost for Words and shit. That shit was hard, bro. Everybody's favorite wrestler growing up was Jeff Hardy. They had like the hair and the bands and shit, bro. I was a CM Punk and Bray Wyatt kid, but like I respected Hardy, you know? He was a little before my time. Yusuf says, dude, that was sad as fuck. I know, bro. I'm trying to bounce back and get the... Oh, Brody, no more words. Thank you. Thank you. That's what it was called. Yusuf says that was sad as fuck. And I feel bad for Jan. Same, bro. There was like a minute or two where I was just low-key just like staring at the damn screen. I'm just like, fuck, it's just sad. But I'm trying to bounce back. I'm trying to be more in it, bro, because we are streaming, but damn, it's sad. It is really sad. Fuck. Not even a close decision this time. And not even a rank guy this time, really. Well, kind of, but fuck. But Sterling's good, bro. Sterling's really good. Gabriel says he's 10-3 on picks. Not terrible. I got this one right. Yeah, yes, sir, Gabriel. Let's go, man. Let's go, Gabriel. 10-3 is excellent, bro. Did you make any bets, bro? Shiloh says, I hope D-Ron wins like that other guy. There you go, then. It could be a rough night for Serbia and a great night for people that want to see upsets and chaos, bro. Yo, I just watched The Dark Knight Rises the other day. Hey, some people just want to watch the men, or some men just want to watch the world burn, you know? I almost said some world just want to watch the men burn, but yeah, my bad. Maddox says everyone in the top 5 would destroy him, though. Khalil would be a stop to this guy, but is that really a bad thing? You know, Maddox, like, he's young as fuck. Even if he lost to Khalil tomorrow, like, does that just mean he's going to lose? Like, didn't Kavanaugh lose to Johnson and then beat Moreno afterwards? And sure, he just lost to Royval, but then you're telling me he can't win his next fight against whoever? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's MMA, bro, you know? You said Khalil put a stop to this kid. But bro, like, Khalil could probably beat him. I'd pick Khalil, but, like, that's a massive step up. And I get it. He just beat Blachowicz. So he's going to get a big fight like that. And it's like heavyweight. But why not give him... We can give him like a Dominic Reyes or some shit. You know, like a real proper test. Not on short notice. Not that Blachowicz isn't a test, because he is, but... Like, do we really just have to give him a top 5? Like, he was just knocking out like Bruno Lopez in the Apex yesterday, it seems like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's not me. Or that's just me. Brody says, I don't agree. Khalil gets broken easily. Really, y'all? Dino says Sterling does Khalil bad, in my opinion. Really, y'all? Everybody in the chat. Okay. Everybody's got Sterling beating up Khalil. Okay. I don't know, dude. I would maybe pick Khalil, bro. Shit. I guess we'll see. Brody says Navajo active as fuck this year, Smoke. I mean, yeah, bro. Was this his second or third fight this year? Let me look up the record of Navajo Sterling. Okay, so dude, he knocked out I'm so sorry for the voice crack. He knocked out Ian Cutelaba and Bruno Lopez and Jan Blachowicz all in a row. And before that, decision wins, where he kind of pretty much dominated-ish over Rodolfo Bellato, Ivan Ersling, Tuco Tokos. And plus, not even counting his Contender Series performance where he got a knockout. So he's 6-0 to undefeated. He just beat Jan. Fuck. So what do we do with him? I mean, Khalil Loki could be valid. Because if he beats Khalil, 7-fight win streak, then you give him a big top 5 title eliminator. That'd be an 8-fight win streak. Because usually when you're on an 8-fight win streak at light fucking heavyweight, they gotta give you big fights. That's my logic with that. Okay. Maybe we should do Khalil. I'm seeing what y'all are saying now. Because if I just saw tomorrow, Khalil, not that it would be tomorrow exactly, but like you get my point. If Khalil versus Sterling was announced, I'd be hyped as fuck. You know, I'd really want to see that fight. So maybe y'all were actually onto something there. My bad. Maddox says Khalil almost beat Yuri and Pereira, bro. And that Khalil dropped Pereira. Bro, that's why I would be picking Khalil, you know? Not why, but like I basically I recognize what you're saying, you know. I'd be picking Khalil, but I might pick Sterling though, bro. I really don't know actually. Fuck, cause Sterling could totally win. That's a pick'em, bro. That's a fight that I would be thinking back and forth on until like the very day it happened. You know what I'm saying? Brody says I've been high on Sterling since day one. He's big, athletic, and kind of just uses that to win. And Navajo's just a likable dude. If only Olberg and Navajo weren't teammates. Yeah, very curious what happens like when those guys are eventually both in the top 5 at the same time. It's very feasible that could happen by even next year, bro. Olberg will probably still be the champ. Olberg's young enough, I feel like, to... No, he's 35, but I guess it's light heavyweight, so... Olberg can hang around the next few years. Yeah, bro, he's kind of bound to run into Navajo at some point. I wonder what they'll do. Because they're pretty tight, right? Brody says Sterling would finish overrated Yuri. And then Maddox says, Brody, shut the fuck up. You don't know shit. Tell him, Maddox. Tell him, Maddox. Brody says, I don't want to hear anyone online make excuses about this win. Which one, bro? The Sterling one? Yeah, they shouldn't. Beating Blachowicz is a great win. Like, if you want to make an excuse that it's a washed-up Blachowicz, just, like, make an excuse that it was Sterling on short notice. Bender in Japan, you know? There's some dork online that'll be like, how do you even know it's even real, bro? He's probably training hard. Okay, even if he fucking was, bro. 2 weeks notice and beating Jan Blachowicz. I don't care what version of Blachowicz, you know? Like, was this bound to happen? Maybe because of the old age, but come on, bro. Beating Blachowicz at any time is a great win. Like, I gotta rate it, you know? I thought Blachowicz beat Guskov in, like, December. That was not that long ago. It is for, you know, it moves probably like dog years for Blachowicz at 43, but I agree with what Dino said, that Jan is for sure washed. I recognize that, but KOing him is insane. That's what I'm saying. Dino says this is a great win. I agree. Yusuf says Jan would have got messed up by Guskov. Damn. Yeah, I was going to pick Guskov in the rematch, but I still won't take it away from Jan, man. The draw is fair, but I thought he should have won the first fight. Brody says, I know Yuri is dumb as fuck, crazy, and looks like shit in most of his fights until he wins via Samurai. I think Sterling would win the first 2 rounds, and then Yuri would knock him out in the 3rd or some shit, bro. In like a 5-rounder? In a 3-rounder? I don't know. Maybe Yuri would push the pace extra early. I don't know. I think Yuri would be too damn much, bro. You know? Dino said, I'm glad it was Sterling and not that stupid bald fuck. Oh, fucking, are you talking about Guskov or Olberg, Joe Rogan? There's a lot, honestly, bro, there's a lot of stupid bald fucks out there, you know? Is that Ilya Taporia? Oh, it's D-Rod. Diamond says, I'm glad it was Sterling that KO'd Jan and not Guskov. Fuck Guskov. Okay, so everybody be hating on Guskov now. After the big stinker against Big Ank. Yeah, that's valid. It definitely didn't help his hype. You know, I was kind of neutral on him before, so I guess I'll always just kind of be neutral on him, but... yeah. Like he's like, whatever. Like, Guskov, I like his KOs. Maddox says Guskov looks like a nutsack. That's some crazy work, Maddox. Diamond says, I've been a hater. We got a hater. We hate to see it. Yeah, Guskov's whatever. Can't really defend him. I don't really care that much. D-Rod versus Medic time. Let's go. Let's go. History will be made, folks. You know what's crazy, chat? Like, why am I oddly excited for this? You know what's crazier? Like, why do I care? I really didn't think I'd give a fuck about this fight. I thought I would laugh at this, but I'm like, you know what? Let's see it, bro. I think this shit gonna be a banger. It's not high stakes at all, and it's not the most high level for the division, but it's like, still, bro, fuck it. Fuck it. Sometimes you gotta say fuck it. That Big Ank main event last week scarred me. If we got like Gaethje versus Pimba last week, maybe I wouldn't be saying this. You know? I'll be real. Maybe it is recency bias, but I'm starving for just a first round KO main event. You know, let's go. Brody says Sam Patterson getting the winner. Valid. Brody says PFL main event time. It really feels like it. Maddox says I hope D-Rod sparks him out. That would be crazy to see. I think he's live too. Diamond says Sam Patterson mentioned let's go. New mythical fighter unlocked, bro. Well, it's just straight up Sam Patterson. Maybe that's just straight up mythical, but yeah. Shiny Pokemon type shit. Shiny Rayquaza. Maddox says we better get a holy shit moment. I feel like no matter what, you're going to. Because either D-Rod's going to upset him via a decision or KO. Either way is crazy. It's not going to be a bad fight. You already fucking know it. And Medic is probably going to starch his ass. Like, you really can't go wrong, you know? Matchmaking has grown on me a lot on this one. Dinah says, fuck, this fight's going to be sick. Hell yeah, bro. And Brody says Malat's going to sub Buck. Brody, bro, Brody, I can make you a mod or something maybe, or some bullshit. Or like Venmo you a puppy or something if Malat beats Buckley. Like, that's not gonna happen, bro. Even if Malat beats Buckley, bro, submission? Hell no, bro. Buckley is knocking his ass out, bro. Buckley's knocking him out. Buckley's knocking him out. Maddox says, can I be a mod? Maybe, to be honest, because I don't even really be minding mods. Mods can kind of do whatever. Wait, can somebody Google what does a mod do again? I'm sorry. I don't want to look at it. If you guys know the channel lore, I can't look it up because every time I do, my Paramount is just going to glitch if I look up shit. Not during this main event. This main event might only last like 60 fucking seconds. I can't miss it. But what the fuck is it? What's a mod? Brody says you can't go wrong, but you can go gay. Valid as fuck. Wait, what? No, it's not. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Am I high? You said you can't go wrong, but you can't go gay. I mean, fair enough. Put that as a yearbook quote. Fair enough, bro. Dino says highlight or war for sure. Yes, bro. Let's go. It's gonna be sick, bro. Brody says crazy that Malad was at 145 at one point and took a 5-year break from MMA before. Really, Brody? I had no idea about either of those factoids, if you will. I've never said factoids in my life. When did he fight at 145? Was it just a one-time thing? That's crazy. He's a pretty decent mole for 170 and took a 5. I mean, I guess Volkanovski exists, but he's like a little guy. And took a 5-year break. Jared Cannonier. Okay, whatever. Besides the point. And took a 5-year break from MMA. What was that for? Did he go to like the South Korean War? He volunteered because Canadians are so nice? Shout out the Canadians, bro. Damn, bro. I guess you never know with these people, bro. I thought Mike Malott was like a tree as a human being. Like, there just wasn't much to him. But there you go. I guess there is lore. I had no idea. Maddox says they delete and ban people that send bad stuff. Well, Maddox, you know what they say, bro. With great power comes great responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see Spider-Man Brand New Day? Have I talked about it yet? Yo, that shit was amazing. That was one of my favorite, like, Marvel or superhero. And, like, I'm not crazy into, like, superhero movies and all that shit. And, like, bro, some people read the comics and shit. That's not my thing at all, right? But this movie was amazing. I think Spider-Man 2 was probably the one I put above it. But other than that, bro, Dino says I fucking love that movie. Bro, it was so good. I would give it like a 8.8 out of 10. Maddox just cooked the fuck out of Brody. Let's go. Crazy. But that's so specific. That's so fucked up, Maddox. Yeah, bro. But, dude, Brand New Day was amazing, bro. I love the action. The villain was okay. The power was cool, but it was like whatever, bro. The ending was sick. I like that it was feel good, but also there, you could tell like throughout the entire movie that there was consequences from the previous ones. It's like it just wasn't for nothing, and it wasn't like just some Disney makeup like Zendaya just, I'm sorry, if MJ just remembers halfway through and it's like, oh my God, Peter, we are so back, and they dab up and they hug. Like, nah, bro. There's actual consequences, and I fuck with it. I've always praised Tom Holland as Spider-Man. A lot of people don't like him as the role, but I think he fits it really well. He's definitely like older now, so it's just kind of like, I don't know. They established there was a big time skip, though. I don't know. But I love the pacing. I thought the action was great. It didn't feel like a bore or a chore. And it doesn't feel like it was just a movie that was being used to set up future Marvel movies, or like, I enjoyed it a lot. So that was a W. I recommend seeing it, you know, if you're into that shit. If not, and it's like your first one, you could probably miss it, but yeah. Maddox says, so can I be a mod? Pretty please. I mean, possibly, bro. Possibly. Probably, honestly. Ask me after the fights and shit. Because if I'm going to make you a mod, I might make a couple other people a mod just at the same time and just like say, fuck it. We could just establish mods and then never talk about it again. Honestly. That's what I did with the last one. I think I have one mod and it's AMR. Because I lost like a bet to him. So shout out AMR if he's out there. Dino says I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It was corny, but I knew it was going to be, and the action scenes really made up for it, and it was actually a bit emotional. It definitely was. You know, a couple of those moments were a little bit of tearjerkers, so it was good. Dino says I really liked all the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. You know, they get a lot of shit. But I don't mind them. I like them. I think you could compare them easily to the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield ones, but I like them, you know? I like especially the fact that they are basically his backstory, so you don't have to, you know, you can kind of look at it differently from, I guess, this next trilogy we're going to get, you know? And I think this movie was a great start to the next trilogy that we're about to get, you know? We're getting Spider-Man for years to come. Let's go, boys. We're eating good. Our inner child we're all eating good. Maddox says it's like bodyguards for creators. Yeah, I'll make, well, we could talk about it after the fights. Oh, there was another, like, oh, fuck, I'm retarded. There was, like, a conversation that you guys were saying earlier that I wanted to comment on, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait for after the fight ended. Fuck, what was it? Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. Here it was. Maddox says, have you ever got mad at a chatter and banned them? And then Brody says, someone was shitting on me one time and I had to ban him. There was one guy who was like spamming shit in the chat, but it was more of like, if he was just saying shit and wasn't spamming it, I wouldn't ban him. Well, if people want to disagree with my takes or they want to shit on me, like some people even want to troll and they pop in the chat and they just be like, I hope you kill yourself. It's like, damn, all right. But it's like, it's whatever. The internet can be kind of evil. But, like, the spamming, bro, it just is annoying because then it, like, just distracts from, like... Bro, I don't even want people spamming shit if it's, like, not even bad. Like, just don't be spamming shit. But if people want to talk their shit, it's, like, whatever, bro. It's the fucking internet. People are going to do their thing. But it's, like... Yeah, if people are spamming a bunch of bullshit, bro, I gotta ban them, bro. Like, we're here to yap We're here to yap, you know? I don't want, like, fools. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I hope that makes sense. Alex says it's time. Let's go, baby. We're gonna get a holy shit moment. Let's go. Brody says Tom Holland to go. Let's go, brother. I fuck with Tom Holland, man. He's been a good Spider-Man. I saw the Odyssey as well, and I think the dude that played the Punisher and Tom Holland both, what is his name? John Berthel or whatever the fuck? I think they both did better in the Spider-Man movie than the Odyssey. Not that they did bad in the Odyssey, but I think they just shine more, man. You know, they get to show off their personality and their dynamic more in Spider-Man. Donna says, me and my girl are going to watch the other movies tonight because she's never watched them. Oh, have a fun binge, bro. That's legendary shit, bro. Go to relationship, bro. Brody says, speaking of trilogy, in 27, we need Lindsay and Vittori and TYBURA and Spivak. You're asking me to ban you, bro. You're asking me to ban you, bro. Brody says, you missed my bars comment. I'm sorry, Brody. What was it, bro? You said, Buck gonna become yuck like a duck, and he will suck and run out of luck, unlike Chuck. Hashtag bars. Shit, bro. Who the fuck is Chuck, though? But valid, though. Brody says, someone threatened to report you smoke one time. Yeah, that guy was annoying as hell, bro. Was that the guy you're talking about? Dude, that guy pissed me off, bro. I'm gonna report you and get rid of your channel. Go touch grass, you fucking queer, bro. Get the fuck out. Dude, that shit pisses me off. Alright, let's go, boys. It's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. I'm excited. Sorry to all the queers out there. You guys are better than fuckers like that. God, bro. Dino says, should I watch the Odyssey? Yes, bro. I'll watch it. Even if you don't like it, it's worth a watch. Alright, let's go, boys. Let's get a highlight reel. Let's get a highlight reel. Let's get a highlight reel. Come on now. Oh, I'm hyped, bro. Oh, nice calf kick from D-Rod. Oh, D-Rod upset, bro. Picture it, picture it, picture it. Come on now. Listen to this crowd, though. Ooh! He just murdered Daniel Rodriguez. He just murdered him. Shit! Damn! I'll stand. I'll fucking stand. Yeah. How hard does the doctor hit? Come on now. They got flares lit up in this joint. Can I get some medic in my breakfast tomorrow? What? What? Shit. Shar saying Serbia is live. Gabriel says call in the nurse. Bro, call in the hospital that the Joker blew up. That shit was crazy. Gabriel says this cheered me up at least, man. Well, I'm sorry that you needed cheering up, brother. I hope life is well for you, bro. That shit was crazy. That shit was madness. Come on, Medic. A guaranteed highlight reel and we got it, bro. Yusuf says nice soccer kick, too. Ooh, did you see that shit, bro? That shit was crisp. Shit was super necessary, if you will. Tell me that shit was not super fucking necessary. Come on now. Brody says, shut up, Annika. He had a nice leg kick. Go suck a cheese. No, for real. Yes! Let's give Medic a big fight. A star is born, y'all. Ooh, Brody said Medic versus JDM. Let's do Medic versus JDM, fuck it. I was thinking of doing Brady versus wow, that's amazing, bro. That's amazing, bro. I mean, I actually, you know what's crazy, Chad? I'll tell you guys a little 20-second story. It was today specifically, I was having this epiphany on the couch. And I just realized, I'm like, I was listening to some clip last night. I actually like fell asleep to like the Joe Rogan podcast with D-Rod on, and I was like listening to D-Rod just talking about how not able to train right, not able to eat right. And it really just hit me, and I was like thinking about it this morning. I'm like, dude, like D-Rod's gonna lose in like a round. Like, he's getting all this main event hype. The UFC knows what they're doing. They're capitalizing on the fact that this guy has peak attention and a peak story with the Mexican prison shit. Peak Joe Rogan plot armor. Now, was he live in this fight and could have got it done? Yes. But it really hit me. I'm like, no, dude, Medic is like so good. He's so good. Even a fully prepped D-Rod, Medic would probably knock him out. So I'm like, well, hold on. This is a real... It's a real fucking thing. So this is less shocking than I originally thought. Because you guys know all week I was saying D-Rod was live. It just hit me today, bro. I'm like, nah, dude, I don't think so, actually. Brody says, yeah, Smoke, let's ride the Medic train. That was a badass fucking knockout, and the crowd is sick. UROS, maybe. UROS, maybe. UROS, maybe. I love it. Gabriel says, cool main event, but man, we never got to see Jan get a win. I know! It's like we never got to see Yuri get the belt back to his daughter. Sometimes the sport is so fucked. Even Beneil Dariush got a win in his fucking losing streak. But Jan Blachowicz couldn't. That's so sad, dude. Fuck the judges, bro. Let it out, baby. You the GOAT. You the GOAT, son. Come on now. Let's go, Medic. Gotta take the cap off for this one. How's my hair? Yep, disgusting. You could put birds in this bitch. Don't shut. It's been on all day, y'all. I'm sorry. Maddox says Medic is boring. Oh hell no. Brody says somebody give D-Rod some medicine and check his temperature. The doctor's in the house. Damn, bro. It feels like yesterday this guy was just starting to get the KOs going in the Apex. And now he has this big main event spot. He's like a legit name now, bro. This is a really... Wow, man. He's a legit name now, you know? That's pretty cool, man. Like, I remember he was like the underrated guy. The crafty, entertaining, like, knockout guy. If you know, you know, prelims guy. Pretty damn recently, y'all. And now he's getting his own main event in Serbia. He's going to get a big fight next.
The most finishes on any UFC card ever.
Oh! Yes, that's right, because the only decision was RAKIC. Bro, I'm so... You know what, Chad? I'm not going to be that fucking idiot that's like, I told you guys. I told you so. This was going to be a banger. I told you so. Bro... I knew this card was going to be a banger, though. I knew it was going to be better than last week. I knew it was going to be fun. I said it was going to be like a B+, I think. This was like an S. So, shout out. Not only was it underrated for sure, but like, bro, it was just... It lived up to it, bro. Dana White's going to be like, yeah, you got to watch the card before you judge. Yeah, Brody says people judge in 3:30. This is basically going to be 3:30, bro. I was saying that as well, man. Like, bro, again, if you've been watching the card for more than a couple... Or you've been watching the fights for more than a few months... A couple years, you know it could be way worse, man. Let us talk shit about the ones that deserve it, you know? This card was bad, but, like, it wasn't all bad, you know? Congrats, Medic. Congrats to Medic. Dino says, I knew the fights were going to be amazing, but most had no stakes in their divisions. Exactly. That was the overall problem with it. Violent matchmaking, fun matchmaking, but yeah. All right, boys. How do we do for picks overall? I have a good amount of battery left in my camera, so I probably could have done a prelim or two, so that's on me. We're going to stick around then for a while. We're going to keep this stream rolling for like another, hopefully, I hope it lasts an hour. I don't know how long that percentage level lasts. Whatever. I guess we're fine. Gabriel went 11-3. Shout out Gabriel. Also, guys, most of you that are in the chat were here the whole time, so thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Maddox says protest slimes him now. Dino says I would love JDM versus Medic, bro. Amir, welcome to the chat, brother. Amir says Medic versus Edwards at UK. I would love Medic versus Edwards, but it feels like just the too easy of a fight. That like, and someone tells me they would have tried to make that for this Serbia card. Someone tells me they would have preferred that fight if they could make it, you know? I think Medic versus JDM could be insane, bro. Insane. Especially if JDM's chin holds up. That would be probably one of the best fights of all fucking time, bro. Dino went 12-2. Shout out Dino Lover, bro. Shiloh said, damn, Medic really did just walk through D-Rod. Yeah, bro, he made it look fucking easy. Even the Joe Rogan plot armor did not save him. You know what I'm saying, bro? But that's what eating like tortillas and soup for 8 months straight will do to you, I guess, bro. Haro saying Ty Miller plus Alexa Thinare. Chicken thigh leg, Ray. 2 leg next week, -110. I like it, brother. I'm big on Ty Miller, you know, and I actually really like the Billy Ray Goff fight. I think that's a sleeper, just barn burner. I think it's going to be a sick finish or a really fun fight. Give me Ty. You know, I don't know what the money line is for that. Not really betting on any Apex cards, but yeah. I'm going to do big bets for 330, though. You guys know me. I don't bet that often, but I'm betting on 330. I'm thinking a main card parlay and then money line for Gary and then maybe a prelim parlay. Nothing big, though. Amir says, I bet they'll match up Medic against a wrestler. No, bro, I hope the fuck not. I hope not. I mean, they would have to give him like a Gabriel Bonfim, a Bilal Muhammad, you know, a Sean Brady. I don't think those are matchups that are enticing for the UFC. Brody says, smoke, look at me cooking one day. Oh, yeah. What did you say, Brody, earlier? You said like, smoke, let me cook or something, and I missed it. What did you say? You said, oh, my God, smoke, let me cook. I have an idea for someday. What's your idea, bro? And then you said UROS Medic versus Michael Oliveira one day. Ooh, that's fun, bro. Hey, that's fun, bro. The amount of power in the cage at the same time is final boss versus final boss level. Shiloh says dead ass. Brody says Medic made me. All right, bro. Maddox says who wins Ilya versus Medic? I'd probably pick Ilya, but at 170? Fuck, I actually have no idea. I'm in a bedtime fence sit on that one, bro. Diamond says I always get 2 wrong for some reason. It's better than getting like 8 wrong for some reason, bro. There's a lot of retards out there. So two wrong for every card is not bad at all, bro. Haro says JDM versus Medic. Doesn't it just feel good, bro? That just feels like the right fight, in my opinion, right now. I don't know. All right, let's go over picks. You guys did very fucking well. I do not think I did as well as you guys. And I skipped a decent amount of picks for this card. I think I only picked 10. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 4-1. Shout out Gilbert Urbina. I say 4-1. I went 4-1 on the main card. I'm pretty cool with that because I didn't pick the opener. 4-1 on the main card. 4-2. 5-2. 6-2. 7-2. 8-2. Damn, Chad. I went 8-2. My dumb ass. Let's run it. 8-2. Okay. Very crafty. I didn't pick the first 3 fights. That was my problem. Doesn't that mean I'm still missing a fight? There was 14. Why do I have 10? I didn't pick Luciano, Milechovic, Leka. Brody says L Smoke. Eat my dick, Brody. Oh, and the main card opener. The main card opener. Okay, so yeah, I'll take 8-2. Amir says Costa versus Sterling banger. That would be very fun. I think Sterling versus Khalil could be sick. Dude, I got one of those like hangnails, chat. Oh my god, I fucking hate those. You know when you got like the shit coming out your nail? Like the little like, oh my god. Oh my god, it's 2:30. I forgot it's like the middle of the day. Why did I think it was the night, chat? Why did I feel like it was like the middle of the night? Bro, it's like 2:30. I have like the whole day. I gotta like do shit. Damn. Brody says, after tonight, I want to see Medic and Navajo even more now. Yeah, same, bro. So I think mission accomplished if you're the UFC, because, like, those guys went over, bro. They went over. Maddox says, can we talk mods now? We can in a little bit, but don't forget, because I have made my decision what I'm going to do. So don't forget, but we could do it later. But there's still, you know, we're still hot after the card. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking up the light heavyweight rankings right now because I want to see shit for Sterling. Maddox says, yes, sir. All right, bet. Dino says, need Navajo in UFC 6. Dang, I don't be playing UFC 6 like that, but then when people say shit like that, it makes me wish I had the game. Like, I missed out on the Black Ops Returns, which sucks, and I'm missing out on GTA 6, y'all. I probably gotta get a PS5. Shit, I gotta get grinding at work then, and I gotta get grinding in life, bro. I gotta afford these luxuries and shit, bro. I'm at, like, my rock bottom in life. I'm, like, the high key, bro. Like, mid-20s are fucking crazy, bro. Maddox said, oh, I read that. Dino said, oh, I read that. Maddox says, or Brody says, seeing Maddox KO a mid-guy at a mid-level main event is better than seeing Leon outpoint Maddox in a boring fight. Thoughts? I mean, honestly, like, it just depends. Like, if the main event we got this weekend ended up being some kind of lame point fest, I'd be like, all right, was kind of pointless overall, you know? But if the fight was booked between Leon and Medic, and, like, listen, bro, I'm not trying to be some gay-ass hardcore here, but, like, if that's the outcome of the fight that happened, at least we would know. Like, all right, Leon and Medic fought, and Leon was the better fighter, and that's what happened, and Medic could not KO him like everybody else. And, like, it would suck ass. It would feel like a waste of time, but it's like, there's our answer. But, like, I would probably, if you're asking me which one I'd rather watch, of course I would rather watch Medic KO a mid-guy, bro. I'm always here for the knockouts, bro. I don't mind decisions, but, bro, like, I'm a fight fan. I'm here for the knockout. The sub, just a good fight, you know what I'm saying? And Leon sucks ass at entertainment. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of a nightmare in that regard. Maddox says that Navajo is getting face scans for 6. Let's go, brother. I hope it's after the face heals. Brody says, smoke, don't be homo. What the hell did I say that was homo, boy? What, wanting the knockouts, bro? Doesn't everybody or no? I mean, I guess not everybody, but is it not, like, one of the sickest parts of the sport? Amir says RAKIC versus TYBURA was a shit fight. It's crazy. That was the one decision, bro. The one decision the entire card. And it was, like, ironically just a shit fight. I'm telling you, bro. Just like Paris last year. Like, the William Gomez card. I'm sorry, yeah. Like, the Paris card, but William Gomez, the hometown guy, was, like, the one of two just lame-ass decisions. It's like, bruh. Parokio, welcome to the chat, brother, saying RIP Legendary Polish Power. It is indeed now just legendary, bro. But, like, past tense, bro. Dino says I gotta go early. Peace, guys. Alright, bro. Before you do, Dino. Wait, hold on. Hold on, Dino. Dino, you are a mod, bro. You a very heavy chiller of the channel and supporter, bro. We're giving out mods today, I guess. What we're talking about. So you're a mod, bro. Alright, you can go now. Adios, brother. I don't really know what mods do still, but, like, they seem chill. I'm going to stand by it. We're just going to give out mod spots today, and then we'll just go back to not talking about it. Like, I don't know. Diamond says, hell yeah, thanks, man. No worries, bro. Amir says they need to keep cutting blood heavyweights. You know what? Heavyweight's really starting to get somewhere, bro. You know? Let's keep the ball rolling. I like that the new athletic guys are taking over. The athletic guys are taking over. Guys that can wrestle. Not even some boring fucking fashion either. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see with heavyweight, man. Haro says, smoking on that Yan pack. Legendary sad day for the legendary Polish Power, bro. I'm smiling now, but dude, I really was defeated as fuck after that fight. Dino says, any JDM slander I see is an instant ban, bro. No, for real. For real, dude. But yeah, man, the Jan Blachowicz, dude, it just sucks, man, because, like, he's got to probably be done now, right? He didn't put the gloves away in the cage or anything, but it's like, where do you go from here, bro? You know what I'm saying? Brody says going from beating jobbers to KOing Iron Abs? What does that mean, bro? What is Iron Abs? Haro says feed him to Ewo. You think Jan Blachowicz though? Nah, bro. I'm not trying to see Ewo KO him, bro. Because at that point, bro, like, let's just have Jan call it. Like, there's no matchup in the division. Maybe, like, Billy Ella fucking Kana. I don't even know, bro. But, like, how low are we going to go? Can we give him, like, Junior Tafa? But what if Tafa wins? And also, that fight is just cursed. That would disgust me. Oh, you talking about Ian Cutelaba, bro? Brody? Yeah, beating Cutelaba and Jan back-to-back. Those are two really good gatekeepers and unks, bro. You know? Crazy, you know, Jan's a former champ. I'm not trying to put him on the same level as Cutelaba, but yeah. Maddox says it's Dino a mod now. Yes. And also, you are a mod, sir. We'll make you a mod, Maddox. Your wish is granted, bro. You seem to want it, brother, so go ahead. You're a mod now. We can give them out like Oprah gives out cars, bro. So there you go. We got a couple mods now. Mission accomplished. I was actually going to make Brody a mod, but then he said some gay shit and it reminded me not to do it. I was like, God, it's too... Nah, I'm okay. Fucking gay ass shit, bro. Hell no. Not in this chat, bro. Not encouraging that shit. But yeah, bro. Max says yeah. Brody says Jan moves up. Bro, but Jan at heavyweight, though, it's like... Do I even want to see it? Hero says fucking mod everyone. I might as well, bro. This is what... Bro, I haven't made a mod. I have one mod, and it was AMR. Because he had, like, won this bet over me. Because Ankalaev beat Pereira at 313 and shit. I don't even really talk about mods. Because I don't really know what they are. So I'm giving mods out this stream. And then we can go back to just never talking about it again. Brody says, wow, fucked up. I'm an OG. All right, I'll make you a mod then. Because you have been the day one. I, like, went to rewatch one of my lives from last year, Brody, and, like, you were there. And there was, like, one other person in the chat. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, shout out. So, shout out, Brody. I remember, brother. I remember, man. You know what I'm saying? Just pros to being a small channel, you know what I'm saying? All right, Brody, you're a mod now. All right. Appreciate y'all, man. Maddox says I'll be responsible. Yeah, Maddox, bro, you be on some fuck shit, bro, and you start banning people that aren't doing anything, bro. Or, like, banning people that disagree with you, Maddox. Hell no, bro. I don't tolerate that bullshit, bro. But I trust you. You seem chill. But don't do no fucked up shit. Don't do no fucked up shit. What is a mod? I'm just going to Google it one time. What does a mod do? I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have looked it up. No, it's fine. What is a mod, though? Okay. You know what's so crazy, chat? Wait, chat. Okay, chat. Y'all will love this. Do you want to know what my last 3 Google searches were? And I swear this on my life. What happens if a man takes birth control? All right, you just had to know the context for that one. What is an encyclopedia? That was from the last stream. And what is the point of cockroaches? Bro, because like I was telling y'all, I got a cockroach problem. Bro, and I was just, me and my girl were like, why are these fuckers here? Are they here just to terrorize us, these little fuckers? So literally my last 3 Google searches, bro. It's fucked, bro. It's fucked. Oh my god. You know what the #1 recommended search is? What does UFC stand for? They think I would know, bro. Since Google takes all our info, they think I'd fucking know. Brody says, I remember at one point you just had me for hours only. That sounds gay as fuck out of context, but I also remember that, bro. I remember, bro. I remember, man. Maddox says if Brody starts spamming 6-7 and Gay Moose, he's done. Yeah, we're gonna have to call Mark Goddard in here. It's done. It's over. Yeah, bro. We don't tolerate that shit. Maddox says Ultimate Fighting Championship. Thank you, Maddox. Thank you, bro. What was I even gonna look up now? Oh yeah, what is a YouTube moderator? It's not like giving a gun to a terrorist here. A YouTube mod is a trusted user or paid helper who manages a paid helper. No offense, chat. I can barely afford my fucking bills. Times are tough in your mid-20s, bro. Who manages a channel's live chat and video comments. To be fair, if I did have Mr. Beast 500 million subs, I would definitely pay my mods, to be fair. A YouTube moderator is a trusted user, blah, 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 who manages a channel's live chat and video comments. They remove spam, delete bad messages, or put rude users in timeout to keep the community safe and friendly. Oh, yeah, bet. Okay, y'all are basically the Avengers of Don Smoke MMA. Okay, I appreciate y'all. All right. Like, y'all come together when there's trouble and shit, I guess. I don't fucking know. That's kind of a really gay way to put it, I guess. So, never mind, but you know what I'm saying. Brody says, Smoke wanted to not mod me, but he is this Smoke tarded. Somebody needs to mod his brain. For real, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Shit, bro. We're in doomsday. Brody says, you can't take out a mod as a mod. Nice try. I can't? Oh, you're saying Maddox can't. Valid. Hero says SPAM. Hell no, bro. Hell no. Hey, we will never ban Hero, though. Hero, you would have to say some, like, Anthony Smith terroristic threats to have us ban you. You're chilling. You're chilling. It's like when you... Oh, no, that's a bad analogy. Never mind. Oh, hell no. Dude, guys, this was like an S tier card, though. I'm pretty fucking happy with this shit. This was like an S tier fight night, bro. This was a badass fight, kid. And the UFC got what they wanted. You know, the stars that were made really, really got to shine, you know? Brody says, we are the Avengers, but on crack. W. That's a W. And you got to think, man, you know, Navajo Sterling, he's ranked number 10 for meta. So he's probably going to go up to, like, number fucking 6. And for media, he's number 15. So he'll probably go up to, like, number 5, actually. Because Jan's 4. Maddox says, can I put someone in timeout if me and them start arguing? No, Maddox. Do not do that, bro. Maddox, I'm telling you, no matter what, bro, do not do that, bro. No, bro. We are here to discuss, you know? Do not be doing that shit. Even if they're retarded, bro. You know? We only ban... Maddox says only a minute. Hell no, bro. No, bro. We only ban people if they're spamming shit. That's genuinely the only reason I can think of. You know? If they diss me or the channel, by the way, that's fine. But if they spam it to the point to where you can't read other people's chats, then delete it. Otherwise, they're chill. Like, it's fine. The love and the hate is valid here. You got to have both, technically. Brody says, Smoke Vengers. You like that, Smoke? I do fuck with that, to be fair. Haro says, back to the Apex, kids. I know, bro. Now we have to... Oh, we have such a shit card next weekend. I'm going to be real with y'all, chat. I don't give a fuck about this card this week, bro. This August 8th shit... I really do not be caring about it. Victor Vaughn, welcome to the chat, brother. Saying, what's up, Smoke? What's up, Victor Vaughn? Always love your name, brother. And always appreciate you being here. So thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you also enjoyed the card, bro. I had a great time with it. I think we all did. It was sick as fuck, bro. Legendary Polish Power is passed on, but we got a legendary card in return, I guess, bro. So it was an S tier fight night, bro, you know? Gonna be happy to talk about it in December when we do like a recap of the fight nights and shit. Brody says Smoker's first main event in an Apex. Bro, they be doing that, bro. They put Chris Duncan in there, Killing Salkut in there, Fluffy Hernandez in there. They be doing a lot of first time main eventers in the Apex that are banging fighters, you know. Brody says if someone disrespects me, I'm timing them out. No, Brody, hell no, bro. Brody, same thing to Maddox, bro. You gotta take it, brother. All right, unless it's like some crazy shit, bro. But I can't think of anything. We'll deal with that when we get there. Haro says, I'll be fishing. I'm not even watching it. Yeah, bro, like, I kind of just want to do shit. Or go out or do something. Or, like, just, maybe I should just go out. Bro, I'm so fucking dead-ass broke right now, though, chat. Y'all know what we're saying. We're all on the same fucking page here. We're all around a similar age and, like, you know, everybody's different or whatever. But, like, you know what I'm saying, dude. It's an expensive time to live, and it's just like, fuck, bro. I might have to just stay in and watch the fucking Apex card. Dude, it's just like, it's that bad of a card, though. Like, even if I have the choice, and I know what some of y'all are probably thinking. You're like, oh, dude, but the real fans watch every weekend. Now, listen, that's a fair point. But also, get the fuck out of here. I just sat through the Abu Dhabi and fucking Belgrade shit, bro. All right, don't tell me. All right, don't fucking tell me, bro. All right, and also, there's fights every damn weekend, bro, of August. Useless says you just don't want to burn yourself out with too much UFC. You're right, Smoke. Hey, Useless, you know ball, brother. You know ball. You know ball, brother. Sometimes, man, like, if you're just not feeling it, there's no need to technically watch, man. You know? There's more to life outside the fights. Now, do we love the fights? Absolutely, bro. They're some of the biggest parts of all of our lives. Some people more than others. But yeah, bro, I don't watch every card, but I watch most of them. Which ones did I miss this year? I can probably tell y'all. I missed most of Winnipeg. I only watched like the main event. I regret nothing. I missed. I accidentally missed Oklahoma. That sucked ass. I missed. Evloev versus Murphy, Emmett versus Vachejos, and that's it. Okay, so I missed three or four cards this year. I think 3. I missed 3 cards. Yeah, there you go. You know, I'm valid with them. But I think that's how everyone kind of is. You know, there's some it's just eh. It's either too ass or there's just shit going on, bro. You know. Maddox says, I'm sorry I had to try it out. It won't happen again, boss. What the fuck did you do, Brody? Or, Maddox? Oh, hell no. What the fuck did you just do, bro? Bro, don't make me instantly regret my decisions, bro. What did you do, son? Oh, hell no. Yusa says, sometimes I'm on my phone just chilling UFC in the background. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Yeah, but Haro, have a good fishing trip, bro. That sounds nice as hell. Like, trust me, bro, next week's card, bro, you are not missing much. Yusa says Gamrot winning, but it might be boring as fuck. I agree, bro. I'm going with Gamrot via boring decision. I favor the experience and the cardio. I just don't think he's just going to get absolutely dog walked on the feet. You know what I'm saying? I think he can hold his own. Maddox, what the fuck did you do, bro? Did you ban somebody or some shit, bro? You better fess up, boy. Haro says Ty. Yeah, Ty Miller. Oh, he's the co-main. Maddox says I gave Amir a 10-second timeout. Come, bro, and Amir's a homie, bro. Maddox, boy. I should take that shit away already, bro. Come on, bro. Bro, Amir's like one of the homies of the channel, bro. Maddox, bro. I just gave this shit to you, dog. Like, fucking, like, 2 minutes ago. Bruh, come on, Maddox, bro. Ty Miller's the co-main, though? That's crazy, considering the fight wasn't even official until, like, a few days ago. Maddox says, I'm sorry, I'm here and smoke. Please forgive me. I mean, you're forgiven, bro, but just chill, man. Just chill. Maddox says, please don't. Bro, chill, man. You're chill. Brody says, I still can't believe Smoke kills Nazareth and didn't go to jail. It's because Kill and Sal killed. He got that Dana White privilege, bro. Yusa says Ty, not the co-main. Aspen versus Pat is. Oh, the Google second. Brody says 10 seconds is nothing. Smoke, don't be smoke-tarded. To be fair, 10 seconds is nothing. It was more the fact that it was Amir, bro. Because Amir's like a chiller. Okay, that's not me, chat. 10 seconds really isn't a big deal. I apologize. I get it. I'd want to test it out, too. That's valid. Don't be smoke-tarded. Yeah, Google says it's the co-main. But I guess not. Yeah, Steven Aspen is the co-main. Makes more sense. I was saying Ty, thank you. Dude, Ty is about a... Yusa says, oh, wait, I'm wrong. They did change it. Oh, okay, so Ty Miller at the co-main event. There you go, folks. I mean, Ty Miller... I'll be real, Haro. Like, you're missing the main and the co-main, but that's really it. Oh, Maddox has never been a mob before? Damn, I can't take it away, bro. Fuck. There you go, bro. You have the power, Maddox. You have the power. Don't worry about it, bro. Maddox says, if anyone calls Smoke Evloev, I'm timing them out for a minute. I respect that, brother. I respect that. But, like, Haro, bro, look at this card. We have Dier Nurgaje versus Bruno Lopez as the fucking feature fight. Like, how badly are you trying to see Louis Sutherland, bro? Guess what? He's on the main card. You know, we got Darren Elkins versus Yadir Del Val. Oh, my God, bro. How badly do we want to see Amanda Lemos? Oh, my God. Maddox says you're Evloev. Fuck off. Brody says not. Ty Miller. Brody says I've been a mod for 2 channels. Hey, W, bro. Damn, each of y'all have your own, each of y'all have, like, your own independent lore. With, like, being mods and shit. That's kind of sick. Yusa says Louis Sutherland fight week. Bro, this shit is terrible, man. Like, Louis Sutherland. Hey, bro, respect for the quick turnaround. What are we doing here, though, bro? Dude, what are the prelims? I can't even imagine for this card. Isn't there only, like, 9 fights on the card? That's why they had to make a bunch of them short notice. David, what's up, brother? Thanks for joining the chat. Saying, bro, I'm 37 and 40 in last moneyline bet on the last 4 cards. Give it up for David, y'all. Shout out David. We love when the homies are making money on the channel. So appreciate you, David. Thanks for being here. And good shit, bro. Yeah, bro. Useless. We got a Louis Sutherland situation on our hands, bro. Houston, we have a problem, bro. Except we're with 300 people in the Apex. Dude, why can't I see the event? I'm trying to pull up the Sal Kilden Gamrot card. Oh, here it is. David said, yes, thanks, man. Yeah, for sure, bro. I mean, David, bro, you know what I'm saying, man. Like, we're all fight fans. We want each other to be able to win money, you know? Maddox says, if anyone talks shit to me, I'll time them out for like 10 seconds. Is that fair? Preferably not, but I guess it is 10 seconds. No, let's just say no. Let's just say no. Let's just say no, Maddox. Because I don't want to have to talk, bro, I don't want to have to like talk about mods in the future and shit. I don't like talking about it. I don't want to have to like talk about it and be like, oh, okay, I'm going to have to like address it and like take away mod shit. Nah, bro. So just don't do it. Just don't do it. I just want to talk about the fights and life and shit. And like Spider-Man Brand New Day. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about this stream, and I'd like to just keep it at that. So, be on some valid mod behavior, as one might say. Maddox says, okay, sir. I appreciate you, though, Maddox. Sorry if I sound like a dickwad, bro, but hey, I just want people to be able to talk freely in the chat, you know? I feel like I want that to be part of the appeal. Everybody gets the damn name right. Everybody gets to fucking say what they want. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want people just getting banned. It's kind of retarded. Brody says, why do I feel like Smoke's girlfriend gives him a look that makes him shut up because he knows he'll die? Well, you'd be accurate, my friend, but if you've had a girlfriend or when you have a girlfriend, bro, you know that the look is just, that's part of the game, brother. If they're the right one or a scary enough one, not like a chill scary, bro. Hey, they all got the look, bro. But I'm also high-key retarded, so, like, it's valid. I know when to shut my ass up. I'm like, oh. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. David says, but I did butt them in a big parlay in the last 4 card. My bad. You might have to translate that, my friend. But I'm happy for you that the big parlay cash, bro. Big money and 4 cards, bro? That's just a month's time, man. So you're killing it. Brody says there's nothing to talk about. Just don't be an asshole and you won't get timed out. I mean, pretty much, you know? I hope we all have the same definition. Like, if people want to talk their shit, let them talk shit. But if, like, they're dissing or they're, like, saying uncomfortable shit or they're spamming above all, then just get rid of them, yo. That's just, yeah. That's what y'all hopefully should be doing, you know? But again, I want people to have their opinion even if it's bad. Let that be known. And by bad, I mean even if they're being dicks, let them say their piece and then whatever. David says parlays are 12 out of 13, 12 out of 13, 9 out of 10, and 4 out of 4. Damn, lost 10K on this one. Y'all be betting some big shit, and 5K the last one. Dude, y'all be betting some big money in the chat. Like, I be putting down like 10 buckaroos at a time, bro. You guys put down like $10,000. That's crazy. Respect, though, man. Respect. Good shit. David says, but I did only like 100% each 40 fight. I'm winning little by little if win rate stays close to the same. Dang, bro. Let's go, David. Let's go, brother. You're winning big, bro. I envy you, sir. Good shit. Keep it rolling. Hey, let it ride, you know? Let it ride. Brody says no personal jabs towards each other. Yeah, man. I mean, just, yeah. If people want to talk their shit, valid, but yeah, just don't be a dickwad. Maddox says, you like spicy food? Yeah, I love spicy food, brother. I love spicy food. Spicy Mexican food. Spicy ramen. Not spicy candy. That's some weirdo shit, bro. Like, you got to get yourself checked out, you know? Mentally and physically, if you like spicy candy. Yo, if you're the type of fellow that I see you next to me at the gas station at the checkout, and you're getting the spicy Skittles, nah, bro, you're not valid. You're weird, bro. David says, David says, I'm still break even the last 4, but lost 500 on this one. Damn! But for what it's worth, fuck Ludovic Klein. I told y'all, bro, Ludovic Klein was the parlay killer. Ludovic Klein was the parlay killer. Killer this card. He the one fucking the ship today. Hey, David, at least you're up, though, bro. You know, at least you're still up. At least you're still up overall. Maddox says, I'll just talk shit back. Yeah, do that instead, Brody and Maddox. You know? Just talk your shit back, you know? Brody says, my favorite spicy food is Latinas. I mean, bar, to be honest. Maddox says, like hot tamales. And I mean, tamales could be good, you know? I was a hot Cheetos enjoyer in high school. I wasn't munching on them in the bag in the middle of class like whatever fuckheads were, but shit, bro. Dude, some people were eating that shit loud as hell, bro. And I'm like, I'm trying to improve my education, son. And it's just like, well, clearly that didn't go anywhere, but still. Bro, this card next week is ass, chat. How do you not want to see Darren Elkins versus Yadir Dalvel? Yeah, I got it. Bro, I got to do something, chat. Should I, like, find a blimp? You know, should I make some sort of discovery? Like, I feel like I have to do some sort of quest in my life. Like, anything but... Bro, I know what you're thinking, bro. You got to check out this kid, Manuel Souza. But it's like, bro, come on now, man. How much do I got to see this short notice Miles Johns fight? Now, to be fair, no, I will be real. Okay, check. Wait, let me level with you, though. I think I am being a little too harsh. I'm talking about this card like it's a 1 out of 10. It's like a 3. Respect. I'm talking about it like it's a 1 out of 10. It's a 3. You know, it does have Manuel Souza. It does have a short notice Miles Johns fight, to be fair. You know, you get Louis Sutherland. I think that's the problem, though. You get Louis Sutherland. You know, Nurgache versus Lopez. Okay, oh, yeah. Asplin versus Pacquiao. That's kind of a banger, actually. Elkins versus Daredevil. Amanda Lemos. Okay, all right. Ty Miller's on here. That's kind of a fun fight. Billy Ray Goff. That's sick. Oh, Billy Quarantino. He's back. Gamer versus Salkill. There we go. That's a banger fight. That's a sick fight. Brody says the main event makes. Yeah, you see what I'm saying, though? Like, there's like 3 to 5 of these fights where I'm like, oh, shit. It's a kind of an underrated banger. I'd be happy if that was like on the prelims of a numbered event. But then it's like, fuck, dude. I look at some of these other ones and I'm like, oh, my God, dude. I need to go, like, touch grass and drink water. Get some dome. I don't know. Gamer versus Salkill is such a good fight, though. You know, because, again, imagine it was like a Morales versus Burns. Nah, dude, that wouldn't be it. That's what they do usually for those Apex cards. So, you know what? It is a crime in one regard to put Gamer and Salkill in the Apex, but at the same time, let's be real. It high-key is saving the card. Like, it's saving the card big time. Sorry, I had to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. My predictions for next week, by the way, I mean, I'm going with Gamrot. Fuck, man. I mean, I'll go with Billy Quarantillo. I'll go with Ty Miller, of course. We love Ty Miller on this channel. We'll go with Darren Elkins. Give me the damage Apex win. Give me Steven Asplin. I don't give a fuck, bro. Everybody hypes up Guillermo. I don't give a fuck, bro. Give me man titties, bro. He looks like Otis from back at the barnyard, but I don't give a fuck, bro. Give me Steven Asplin. We love him on this channel. He's an animal, folks. Channel, bro. Give me... I'm not even making a pick for the Louis Sutherland fight. I refuse. I'm not picking the Juliana Miller fight. Give me Nurgache over Lopez, sorry. Give me Miles Johns. David says the dome part, great idea. You know ball, brother. You know ball. And then I'll go with Manuel Souza. So those are my picks. Those are my picks for next week. It's just such a nothing card, bro. Not too bad, but it makes me more excited for 330. Maybe that's the point. David says, any prediction or lock for some fight next Vegas event? Well, I guess I accidentally just gave off my predictions at the perfect timing then. There you go. I guess that was kind of a good time for that. Well, those are my predictions. Any locks? I mean, hard to say for this card, bro. There's a lot of unpredictable fights. What are the betting odds? I can't imagine there's really anybody that's over a 3-1 favorite. There is some really... Minus 600. Haro says, yeah, Deer can't be trusted at all. It's minus 600 even for Sleepy Out. Bro, he's a minus 600. He's not all that, bro. What? Chat, we're looking up the betting odds here. David says, true fucking warrior Asplund. We fuck with Asplund every, bro. He is swinging and banging, you know? Okay, here's the betting odds. Look at this. Who said the one? David said any locks. There are no locks, brother. The betting odds are so close. The one big favorite is Yadir Del Valle as a minus 700. That's some bullshit. If this was a PG channel, I would say baloney. You feel me? We're getting that low. Give me Darren Elkins, bro. Who is Del Valle to be a 7-1 favorite? He just got kind of bitched around by Jordan Levitt. Are you for real? And before that, a bullshit fight with Isaac Delgarian. Are you for real, bro? Ty Miller minus 310 makes perfect sense. Steven Asplund 2-1 makes sense. Nurgash is a slight favorite. I picked Quarantino. He's a small dog. So there you go. Gamrot's a small dog. I like that. And Louis Sutherland's a favorite. Fuck, I don't know. I just can't confidently do it. I just can't do it. So not even a lot of picks for next week, but yeah. Brody says KO and D-Rod in 30 seconds is insane. Especially in your hometown crowd like that, bro. Yeah. It does not get much better for Medic. That was a damn near perfect scenario for him, the UFC, everybody involved. That shit was perfect. Hey, yo, Maddox, bro. We could watch the horror short soon, by the way. I didn't forget about that shit. We could watch that shit soon. But yeah, that's my predictions for next week, bro. But yeah, y'all, if y'all, I don't know, want to have plans with your girlfriend, do it August 8th, bro. But this is the thing. This is why, bro. Ooh. Hold on, chat. My left ear just started ringing. You know when that happens? Oh. I feel like half deaf sometimes with them. It's just like this loud ringing. Hold on, chat. No, it ain't no tinnitus or some shit, but Brody says, look at the TYBURA comment. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for this thing in my ear to go away. I might as well. Where is it? Brody says, look up Otis from WWE, and that's TYBURA. Yeah, for real, bro. Dude, Otis is big ass, bro. Can you believe they gave him the briefcase, too? That shit's insane. Oh, dude, usually the ringing's gone by now. It's still here. Damn. Does not feel great. Sorry, chat. There's a human behind this nose. This big-ass Ariel Hawani. No, some bitch-ass gay. That's some Pride Parade comment, bro. Dude, shout out Martin TYBURA. He really is the Otis of the UFC. Like, that really is what he is. That was a great analogy, Brody. Like, if y'all don't know, here, I could pull up a picture. Dude, I want y'all to see this. This fucking human we share the earth with, bro. Oh my god, dude, look at him. Look. Look at him. Ugh. Yeah, bro. That low-key is TYBURA, I'm not gonna lie. He's TYBURA maxing, bro. What can I say? But yeah, bro. This is like, dude, there are some people who are like, Maddox says, oh, my eyes. Yeah, bro, it's bad. It's bad, bro. But, dude, this is why, like, I defended the Belgrade card and I'm going to defend 330. Because the card's, like, August 8th. And you're going to say, oh, what's in the Apex? Of course it's going to be bad. Bro, then just get rid of the Apex. Why is that still here? Why are we still talking about the Apex? It is, can y'all fathom this? There's Apex cards booked all the way till October, so it's probably going to be booked till 2027 as well. It's going to be 2027. And we're still, like, normalizing the fact that, oh, we're just going to be in the Apex once a month. Now, it could be worse. You know, it is their excuse to kind of have more fights, fill some kind of random fight slots, but also, like, you know, they have a lot of athletes on the roster. But, like, bro, just sign a little bit less people then, bro. I get it though. That's why you can't do shit like no two seasons of Contender Series in 1 year. And oh man, are you guys familiar with the Contender Series lineup? By the way, it looks pretty fucking sick. I think there's a lot of guys returning that possibly don't need to be, but otherwise, bro, it's pretty sick. You know. August 11th too, bro. Happy August. 10 more days, boys. 10 more days and Contender Series starts. We're rooting for the guy Bilal Hassan on week 1. Nice interview with him. We will try to get the next one, not while he's in the car. You know what I'm saying? But we are rooting for him regardless. So let's go Bilal Hassan. And regardless, I think he's going to win. I don't know what the betting odds are, though. I wonder if we're close enough to Contender Series odds being out. Series betting odds. I can tell you what, though. If I looked at, like, Topology, I'm sure a lot of people would be picking him. Or it says it's August 10th. Oh, shit. Okay, I don't know when the fuck it is, I guess. Okay, never mind. There's no odds out for it. So maybe I should look at, I don't know. Well, I'm excited for Contender Series, y'all. I'm excited. It's that time of year, you know? Really just gonna be able to dial in this year and just fucking watch it and enjoy it, bro. Let's fucking go. Yo, I just opened up the YouTube app, and of course the first thing that comes up is a Markiplier recommended Five Nights at Freddy's live stream. Let's go, bro. I don't even be watching that type of shit, but like I'm glad that the algorithm remembers where I was in 2016, you know? Remembers the inner child in me, respect. Brody says Medic KOing D-Rod in 30 seconds in Serbia is like when Whaley KO'd Andrade in China in under a minute to win the title. Yeah, bro, there's just, you know, some moments where this is how legends are made. Like that bullshit, bro. That's really how it is sometimes. Life really is that simple. You know? This is a big moment for Medic, bro. Should we play a little bit of Matchmaker, boys? Let's see what we should do with Sterling and RAKIC and the main event Medic. Main event Medic. That's not a bad name. I know he likes the doctor, but main event Medic is not bad. Brody says that Smoke looks like he would play a nerd sidekick named Andy in a Nickelodeon movie. That's crazy, bro. Like I'm a background character in the Fred movie or some shit. Fuck you. No, I'm playing, bro. That's valid as fuck. I low-key see it as well, bro. Why do I feel like if I didn't know me, I look like I smell like a mix of like Cap'n Crunch with Old Spice. To be fair, it's not bad. Actually sounds kind of fire in retrospect. Dude, this card was so good, Jeb. I'm so happy with this. Can we get 14 billion likes? Fuck. Dude, it's just, this shit was so good. Let's play Matchmaker a little bit. Navajo Sterling. Okay, yeah, so he's kind of like all over between meta and media. But let's just look at the names. I'm telling you guys, I wouldn't mind Reyes, but you know what? I think Khalil would make people happy. So let's do Khalil Roundtree versus Sterling. I think that's a very proper fight to make, considering Khalil isn't just going to get some random top 5 opponent automatically. Amath, welcome back, brother, saying that main event for Medic is what dreams are made of, like what these fighters dream of when they enter the sport. No, you're right, bro, really. You know, I was fucking around being like, this is how legends are made. No, on a real note, man, like this is, it's inspiring, man. You know, like this card is ironically showing why this is like the best sport on earth, bro. You never know what's going to happen. You're going to get big, unpredictable upsets. You're going to get big KOs, big finishes. And even fights that shouldn't have that big fight feel, they have that big fight feel because you got a good crowd and these moments that like they can mean so much to a guy like Medic and shit, bro, you know? So I agree, man, you know? Banger card, and like I'm really happy for a guy like Medic, bro. I don't fucking know him personally, obviously. Some parasocial shit, but on the real, like, he was about to cry in the damn cage, and I don't blame him, bro. Like, that shit is... It could not have gone any better for him, you know? And, like, now he's going to get a... He's not going to get a step back. Like, he's going to get a big fight now. This was a big fight, but, like, you know, more of the scale than the opponent. I'm telling you, bro, let's give him JDM. I don't give a fuck, bro. 4 for meta rankings. And 4 for media. I know that's a big step up to give him number 4, but at least Medic deserves it more than like Edmund fucking Shabazian did. You know? And he just got Brendan Allen at number 4. So it's like, come on now. Let's do Medic and JDM. Big step down for JDM, so like he can get back in the win column. It's a fellow striker, no grappling needed here. But like, dude, oh, it'd be such a fun fight. But I also would pick, I'd probably pick Medic. That power is nasty, bro. Even if I think JDM's the better striker, no, dude, that power is unforgivable. That power does nasty things. Brody says, I forgot Urbina won for a sec. That's low-key how you know it was a good card, bro, because that was a crazy knockout and upset. That was my biggest reaction of the night. That was insane. Brody says, Smoke, can you do the ABCs backwards? I bet you failed by M. Z, Y, X, V, W, U, T, S, Q, I, H, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Did I do that shit low-key? I feel like I fucked up. I feel like I fucked up one of like the earlier middle parts. But if not, I'll take that. I'll take that. Like, do you think if I got pulled over, a cop would be cool with that? I kind of botched it, low-key. Brody says you failed. All right, fuck. All right, valid. I tried at least, man. just the straight up you failed. That's crazy. Alexander RAKIC. What should we give him, chat? What should we give him? Good old RAKIC. Brody says you skipped R. Ah, fuck. Well, you are. Oh, never mind. I was about to ditch you. That's kind of rude, though. Never mind. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Alexander RAKIC. Who should we give him, chat? You know, I like that Petrino versus Spivak fight a lot. For Sacramento, I like that. Y'all see that Sacramento poster, by the way? I'm not trying to be that guy that's like, this poster's awful, the sport's dead, but dude, that sport's fucking, or that poster's fucking ugly. Sport is thriving, but that shit looks stupid as fuck. Maddox says, why does Brody bully you sometimes? I have theories in my head, but you know what, bro? If it makes Brody happy, it makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? And also, it's not like, I mean, it's kind of funny half the time, so it's fine. Brody says, you are retarded. Saw that one coming. Yeah, there you go. See, well, right on time, Maddox. Right on time. But it's valid. Any supporter of the channel is good in my book. You know what I'm saying? And also, I do say retarded things that kind of warrant his responses. So, can't necessarily say I blame him. RAKIC is in a weird position here. Should we give him a fight up or down? I would say, honestly, like a Waldo Cortez Acosta if he wasn't fighting. Brody says, Smoke knows I love him, just busting balls. Yeah, bro. We stand with the homie Brody, bro. He's chill. Yeah, but like Acosta's fighting Blades. I'm going with Blades in that fight, by the way. I was thinking Waldo, but high key, give me Blades, bro. Give me Blades. I think it'll be a dogfight. Oh, dude, now that Yair versus Jean is the main event. Dude, that's such a sick fight, chat. Oh my god, that's such a great card. That is probably one of the best fight nights of the year. Woo! And Paris is good too. And 331. Yo, August is fine. Very busy month for fight fans. Yo, September's lit, dog. Okay, oh my gosh. Yair Rodriguez versus John Silva. Moreno versus Morales. Waldo versus Blades. Kelvin versus Belgaroy. Sheesh, bro. Firot versus Grasso. Even the women's fights are fun here. We're going in the nether portal. Elliott versus Charas. Bahamundas versus Salikov. Martinez versus Ige. Close for Scant. I mean, come on now, son. What the fuck? This card is amazing, bro. Maddox says Waldo by second round TKO. I could see it, bro. I could see it. Dude, these fights are so good for Noche. With the, I was telling y'all, bro, put a great main event. People are going to love this shit, so. Amass says, I didn't notice Urbina fight was 185. Bro, Loki, the middleweight Diego Lopez. I mean, Amath, I also didn't know that, to be honest with you, bro. They were kind of built like middleweights, but yeah, bro, something about that fucking mullet, bro. They're one and the same, you know? Brothers from another mother. Damn, bro, this Noche card is badass, guys. Should I go to Arizona? I'm too fucking broke, bro. This is why, chat, I hope you make it in life. I hope I make it in life. I hope that one day, guys, you know, we're all pretty young here, right? I hope one day we just have the fucking option. Hopefully the water isn't up to our fucking kneecaps. And we could just go, you know what? I'm in a financially okay place. Let's take a flight. Let's take a weekend off of work. Bro, oh my God. I would just fucking do it. Oh, what the fuck, bro? September 12th? Give me those tickets, boy. This card is sick as fuck. This card is sick as fuck. Maddox says, we made it. Made it to what, bro? The Arizona or life and shit? No, bro. Well, damn, bro. Amass says the nosebleeds are 300. Dude, I would pay for that shit. Amass says, just check for fun. I appreciate that about you, Amass. Like, you're very, not like intuitive. What's like the word? Like, I don't know. You're like the man for the mission a lot of the time, bro. Like, without even asking, so I respect that. Yeah, okay. 300, I feel like that's valid. For like a fight night, you know, it's like, whatever. I don't know how the Des Moines show last year, I got the tickets for so cheap, bro. I got solid seats, bro, and it's like... Maybe it was just because it was Iowa. Like, Iowa's not that expensive in the States, but I don't know. I mean, Arizona's, I guess, is Arizona that much more pricey, though? I don't know. I don't know a lot about Arizona, I guess. Maddox says, I'm going to see you in person someday. Maddox, is that a question? Is that a threat? Or is that a form of endearment? I would like to hope the last one. David says, up, let's get him knocked out. Not enough power. Who we trying to get knocked out, my boy? Urbina? Well, shit, bro. I mean, not a lot of people are probably happy with him. He probably ruined every parlay in the goddamn country, bro. Oh, my God. Dude, that was the craziest one, dude, because, like, the crowd was just silent. And it was such a big upset. Somebody in the chat named Brody said that beating Urbina is as simple as doing 1+1. And then Urbina proceeds to withstand a beating, by the way. It was not a fluke. Withstands a beating and then starches him. That shit was crazy. MS says if tickets aren't sold out by the fight day, they do lower prices. Yeah. If they ever come back to the Midwest soon, I'm going to bank on that. I can't believe I'm, like, excited to go back to... Maddox says, I mean, like, I'll see you in whatever state you're in. Ah, fair enough, bro. Now, Maddox, bro, you know, if I was... Oh, MS says, no, I'm asking, like, do they? Yes, they do, actually, bro. You know, I see a lot of the times, like, people post on Insta, there's, like, pages that are meant to watch or stuff like that. And even just big pages in general that kind of like to complain about shit like that. They'll be like, look how bad this is doing. Like, they drop the prices from 500 to 100, but they don't drop it dramatically. I know WWE, because my buddy's big into that shit. They drop it crazy, apparently. Like, the day of or a couple hours before. UFC drops it. It's not to, like, a crazy degree, but they drop it, you know? So, I think waiting till the day of. But, yeah, if I wanted to travel or some shit, I'd have to buy it way ahead. But, yeah. If I lived around the area and shit, I would probably bank. Because it's probably not going to sell out right away. They usually don't. Maddox says, not like that. Yeah, bro, I don't know, man. The internet's weird, bro. I'm not trying to have people be weird and shit. But Maddox, bro, if I'm at, like, a bar or some shit, out with the homies, and hey man, what if you were there and you were like, hey bro, my name's Maddox. I'm that guy in your chat, bro. I'm a fan of the channel. I would say, you know what, Maddox, what's up, bro? I appreciate all the support, bro. Let's have a drink. We'd be like Jamal Hill and Yuri Prohashka, bro. But don't be on some weird shit, bro. David says trade stock market, bro. Trade stock market, bro. Invest in Dram Leap Call and hold till Christmas. It's a memory AI company stock. Well, I don't really, that's not my forte, to be honest, bro. Invest in stocks and all that, but dang, bro, I got a lot of friends that are big into that stuff and they preach it heavy, so maybe I should, you know, I hear great things. So yeah, Ameth, I mean, if there's someone in your area, bro, if they're bringing the fights and you're curious about going but want the prices a little lower, just check every couple days. Not every few weeks, because then who knows, maybe it'll sell and you don't know, but every couple weeks just check. Or I'm sorry. Every couple days just check. And yeah. God, I want to go back to a event so bad. I had such a good time, bro. I want to go back. Maddox says, how old are you again? I'm 25, sir. Matt says, I was going to go to Sacramento, but it's too close to this big test I'm taking. Fuck, bro. Well, I mean, you know, you just don't smoke any za. Maybe just don't have any drinks. Maybe just go for the fuck of it, for the love of the game. Unless you, like, really are locked in for hours and time and you need to be studying and all that, then yeah, you gotta low-key do that instead. That's tough, bro. Because Sacramento, I remember we've talked about this before in the chat, bro. Like, that's a card I think is worth going to. That's a good card. But you know what, bro? You gotta put life first, you know? Like, obviously, whatever the big test is, it's the priority. You gotta do it, bro. You know? Respect. David says, RAKIC, Gigi Orbina, didn't bet on that fight, didn't see it as well. Oh, definitely watch it, bro. It's short and it's sweet, man. It's violent as fuck. Like, Sipo was beating the fuck out of him. The damn opposite of C3PO. And then, Orbina just clocks him, dude. Clocks him out like a long shift at Chili's, bro. It was tough. Yeah, Sacramento's good, dude. Sacramento's a good card. Again, ugly-ass poster, but I don't think that should affect the fucking ticket sales, bro. Kind of weird they didn't come back to the Midwest this year, you know? Not even at all. I feel like they've gone back the past few years, like, somewhere in some facet. Maybe they will for the winter? Why don't they go to, like, Milwaukee or, like, Cincinnati or, like... I mean, there's got to be somewhere, bro. How far am I from Cincinnati? Maddox says, how many more years are you going to be streaming? These are very specific questions. I mean, I know this sounds stupid and possibly immature, I guess, but I'm planning to never stop. I mean, this is my dream in life. Not to stream. I didn't even do live streams until, like, I mean, this year I've been really doing them. I never really cared about streaming. I just do it now because I think it's a nice way to talk to y'all. But, like... I've been making YouTube videos since I was like 10 years old, bro. I've had a channel every year of my life. That's always been what I've wanted to get after. I'm not just, you know, different channel every year. I used to do like gaming. When I was a kid, I did the Mario plushies and fuck, it was so gay. Respectfully to the gays. I did animations for a while. I talked about wrestling for a few years. Talked about running for a few years. Like, yeah, bro. Yeah. Always gonna do it, brother. Always. I'm never stopping. Now, streaming specifically, if that ended tomorrow, I mean, I wouldn't really... It's kind of chill. I like streaming, but, like, yeah, videos... Yeah, I'm always gonna be making videos and stuff, bro. And I'll always be watching the sport, you know? David says, I know ball about the stock market. Trust me, bro. Trade with some of your leftover money. Maybe, bro. I mean, I'm pushing it tight with funds right now, but... When I get the ball rolling again, brother... Maybe, bro, because I got a lot of friends that are smart people that recommend the stock market as well, so... Oh, dude, I thought you said the stonk market on purpose to be funny, and I laughed. I'm sorry. I was not trying to laugh. I just realized you meant to say stock market. No, okay, I'm sorry, bro. I gotta kick on a stonk market, but yeah, okay, bet, brother. Yeah. I will look into that for sure, because I see, again, a lot of people say it's the smart thing to do with your money, and I would like to be smart with my money, if you will, so there you go. How long have I been streaming, bro? My ass is falling asleep. Oh, 3.5 hours. There you go. That makes sense. That adds up. Maddox saying, yeah. Hell yeah, Maddox. David said, made and lost 3 million. That's my highest, but I blew it up with risky options. Now trying to make it back slowly. Took me a couple years to figure out how the market works and how it moves. Yeah, it takes a while, brother. It takes a while. And you know, I'm not the smartest cookie in the crayon jar, but I'm sure I could probably wrap my head around it. So yeah, it'd probably take me a couple eons, bro. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, I never found out what fight to give Alexander RAKIC. I got this pulled up in front of me. Oh, they got Valter Walker at number 8 in the meta rankings. Respect. What is he for media? 10. That's not bad. Shout out the boy Valter Walker. I think that's deserved. I think that's deserved, to be honest. Yeah, man. Dude, I wish that they gave Rainier to Ritter a different opponent, because otherwise, Sacramento is fire. Jamal Emmers versus Larry and Douglas is a sick fight. Nasrat Hakras versus Chris Padilla is awesome, bro. Cody Steele versus Gage Young is a banger. Shamil Gaziev versus Nuzichuku. Come on now, son. Markel Medeiros versus Mason Jones. What? Son, Jackson McVeigh versus Wes Schultz. That's underrated, bro. Sergey Spivak versus Vitor Petrino. Rainier de Ritter versus Roman Dolidze. That fight's ass, but whatever. And then the main event's goated. Dude, Sacramento's such a good card, bro. That pisses me off. I wonder how I can look at, like, ticket prices. Yeah, low-key, chat. Well, we got some time. David says I need to go see a card live. I need to go see a card live, man, with a good ticket would be epic. It would be very epic, David, bro. I mean, I recommend it to everybody, bro. It's a great experience. But I've only been to one, bro. I want to collect them all, bro. You know, I want to be that fucker that watched the sport for like 30 years and I went to like 15 events and shit, bro. I want to go, bro. Well, that's an average of once every 2 years, so hopefully more than that. Well, I guess that's how it's looking right now, but yeah, we'll see. I'm just going to look up UFC ticket prices and go from there. Oh, here we go. Hero says Mauricio Barboza versus Danny Silva as well. That's a good fight, brother. That's a good fight. Okay, let's look at 330 tickets. Chat, how much do we think they are? I'm going to guess nosebleeds, because we're going to go for upper nosebleeds. I'll say 600. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to wait for it to filter out. They're 300. Chat, I would totally go to this fucking card. There's a lot. Wow. Wait, are you for real? Are you fucking with me? Oh, ew. Oh, what the fuck? There are some good seats for 500 something. There are some legitimately good seats. Pretty close to the cage for 500 something? For Philly, bro? That's a badass card. And Makachev for... Bruh. The nosebleeds are 302. That's not that bad for a pay-per-view. That's kind of fair. I mean, Philly, they're not exactly ripping y'all off. Like, the 300s are a lot of money, but, like, it's... God damn, bro. I wish that I didn't... I wish that the things that happened didn't happen the way they did, because I would totally, like, fly out and go, bro. I just am not in the position. David says, need to stop my shit 40 hours job. Fucking ruthless schedule, working 40. Yeah. It is, brother. The system beat you down, sir, you know. I salute you, David. I salute you, brother. I got let go a couple months ago, but I'm going to start my new job in a couple weeks, and I thought it was supposed to be a few days ago, but they pushed it back, and I'm like looking forward to it because I'm broke and I could really use that money, but at the same time, bro, yeah, man, I'm not looking forward to going back to work. David says, at a job you don't like, it's nicer being rich and free. Yeah, true, bro. I hated my last job, and I was there for I was there for a long time. So, fuck. It's not fun. Harold says Philly's such a cool place too. I want to visit. I know, bro. Like why not just make a Philly trip out of it and go? These seats are pretty fucking fair, bro. Come on. A numbered event. Dude, 319 in Chicago was like 700 for nosebleeds. That's the reason I didn't fucking go. Well, I'm exaggerating. It was like 500 for nosebleeds. But come on. This is 500 for good seats, you know? Let's look at other events. Maddox says, if you don't mind me asking, why did they let you go? No disrespect. Oh, it was just because, I mean, it was a job driving, and I got like this. Basically, I got this scratch on the van. It's like probably yay big. And drove thousands of miles. Was there for a couple years. I thought, you know, they would just take it out of my check, but now they let me go. So, yeah. Tough. Some companies are strict with that shit. And to be fair, it is valid. If it's like if it's property damage, I understand you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, shit's tough. Let's look at the Paris ones. David says, I'll gladly pay you a ticket and fly you out for an event when richer. Hey, I appreciate you, David. I appreciate you, David. Oh my god, this is all in like French. I was gonna say it's in Paris. The Paris event, dude, I don't know what the fuck these seats are. What about the Shanghai? It's probably gonna be the same thing, but Chinese edition. Someone just tells me. Yeah, bro, they need an event back in the Midwest. They need, I want to go back to the fights so bad. You know what I regret, guys? I didn't do like a vlog or anything for it, or I didn't make content around it. And that's what I regret. I thought that I could just easily go in Chicago in the fall or go next year. Nah, man. Take shit for granted in life sometimes, man. You don't know what's going to happen the next day ever, you know what I mean? I think I did a good job of appreciating Des Moines when I went. I really did love the event for what it was. But I really thought I was going to be able to go to more right after it, yeah. Yeah. But this is why we grind, baby. Hopefully one day, boys, you know what I'm saying? I hope one day for all of us, bro. All of the fellas in the shed are just trying to make it, bro, you know? Everybody's working. Everybody's putting their time in, putting their heads down. I fuck with it, bro, you know? Let's do it, chat. Let's all be the fucks that get to go to the Apex events. The Apex is cheap now, though, to be fair. So touche on that one. David says $300 is great. Yeah, bro. I mean, bro, for going to 330 for $300 for the nosebleeds, like, I think that's pretty fair for a numbered event. Not a stacked lineup, but a fun card. Like, I think that's fairly reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Maddox says, guess what UFC fighters I've met. Ooh, I don't know. For some reason, Beneil Dariush came to my mind. Who is that, bro? Who'd you end up meeting? David says, yes, don't let your money... Don't work, let your money for you. That's the goal with the asset trading world, and it's doable. We'll make it out soon. Yeah, bro, I gotta get into it, man. I gotta get into it, man. New mythical fighter unlocked. It's backwards at me. Yeah, man. I'm debating just ending the stream here. It's been a long time. I think we're about good, right, guys? Perhaps we have peaked. Oh, shit. I might have to anyways. The battery's about to die. Oh, yeah. I gotta end it anyways. All right, guys. Well, this was a fun stream. This is a fun stream. I appreciate y'all, man. I had a good time watching the fights with y'all. This was a really sick card. So many finishes. I went 8-2 overall. So many really fun fights. So, Maddox says, what about the horror short film? I low-key forgot, Maddox. That was on me, bro. So we could do it next time, bro. That's high key on me. I apologize, brother. This thing about to die. It's not my bad. But yeah, guys. For everybody that was watching the fights with me, really appreciate y'all. Maddox says, I met John Jones and Alex Pereira and McGregor at 329. Damn, Maddox, you went to 329, bro? You went to International Fight Week and shit? That's crazy, big dog. Damn, Maddox. That's wild, bro. That's cool as fuck. You met those guys? How'd you meet them, bro? At 329? Are you gaslighting me? Bro, that's crazy. I met McGregor after the presser. Dang, Maddox. How'd you get that connection, bro? That's wild. But yeah, guys, I appreciate y'all, man. I don't really, sorry, I just look like I shit myself. I don't really know what content is coming up for you guys. I'm trying to get a couple interviews going, not having much luck. And for video ideas specifically, I don't have much. I mean, I could maybe try to get out like a recap, I guess, of the event real quick and shit like that. I don't know. Just a couple videos in the next few days. Not sure what. If you guys are interested in becoming members, we have a $2 option and a $5 option. If you guys want the badges and the emotes, members-only streams and videos and posts, ask questions for my upcoming interviews. If you want your name at the end of every video, every single video, y'all, it's an option. So yeah, if you guys are interested in becoming members, there's that option. If not, I still appreciate y'all, man. You know what it is, man. Y'all are still the goats, but yeah. I was going to say the content coming up for y'all, but I didn't really say dick all about it. Yeah, again, I'm not really sure, fellas. Was kind of just working on the prospects video the past few days, and I finally got that up, so now I really don't know what to work on. But we'll get something up. We'll get something up, you know? So, yeah, appreciate y'all a lot, man. Y'all are the goats. The support is always endlessly appreciated, you know? Y'all are sick as fuck. Appreciate y'all. Maddox says, good luck with your fight in Edmonton. Thank you so much, bro. I'm going to go beat the fuck out of Mike Malott. All right? Let's do it. But yeah, appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for being here. You know? Helps the channel a lot. This was a good stream. So have a good one. See you guys in the next video. See you guys in the next stream. I'll probably go live tomorrow. Oh, it's tomorrow Sunday. I'll go live Monday. I'll probably go live Monday. So, all right, guys. Peace. Have a good one. Be safe. Y'all the goats. Maddox says, we love smoke. I appreciate you, Maddox. Have a good one, y'all.